point you were using your timeshare, but now you're not, and you're tired of wasting money. Before you go to the poorhouse, call right now and learn how you can stop the maintenance fees and put more money back in your pocket. Their services cost you a lot less than you think, and you'll save a lot of money over time. Call the Timeshare Exit Hotline now. It's a free consultation.
800-824-5131. 800-824-5131. 800-824-5131. That's 800-824-5131.
The Lou Information Station presents Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Janssen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
Yeah, baby, let's go. Get up and get them in. 8:05 on a Thursday.
There it is.
I had to think about that for a second. This is the Lou Information Station, live and on demand at louinfo.com. We're live on YouTube, baby. Let's go. Waving to the people. Schaef, wave to the people. Rock, wave to the people. What's up? What's up? Beautiful morning. Go on YouTube, go to Lou Info, and we'll pop right up and just like and subscribe, chat all you want. I don't give a damn, baby.
We'll pop right
I don't
up.
give a damn, baby. Let's go.
Cam's going to scare the crap out of you when you join the YouTube.
And you can chime in on our text line, too, by the way, and that's 314-590-3770. But I'd rather you be on YouTube so we keep the party in one area. You know, we don't want to spread out the party. We don't want to spread the party out. One area, YouTube. Let's go. What's up with all y'all?
Hey
What's
there.
up? Dang,
yeah,
boy.
it's a big day.
Big day.
Big day.
Big day. I did last night, though.
No.
First, I dominated in the alumni game.
Nice.
Whatever.
You score?
Almost a baker's dozen. But I get home, nice,
Humble
lovely
brag.
meal, open up a nice bottle of wine. Not really a nice bottle, probably gas station wine. I don't give a damn. And I turn that TV on, baby. And I'm watching this Cardinals team. And I'm like, who is that sumbitch? Who is that back there in the green seats with them glasses on, crossed legs, having a good time? I think he was double fisting. You had a lovely time, Matt Rocchio.
I never had my legs crossed.
You had the perfect seat for the most TV time. Kate and I were literally watching you, smiling the whole time.
Those are the seats that if we get lucky sometimes. We get them. The big thing though is that on Monday's show on STL Sports Central, Joe Roderick mentions that he had never sat in the green seats before. Now, Joe's gotten to do a lot of cool stuff working with Claves, and he's been out on the field and stuff and met a lot of cool players, but he's like, I've never gotten to do the green seats before. And Joe, marathon runner, but also food connoisseur, he can put it away.
Is it food good? I forgot what it's like, because I'm usually really wasted.
That's like an inclusive sort of deal, right?
All inclusive, yeah.
Never done.
The waiter comes to the waiter comes to the aisle every inning to re-up. And
baby.
So Joe, and obviously Joe has Hudson, his son, who's a huge baseball fan. He's gotten to do a lot of cool stuff. So me and Rachel were just talking on Monday night. I'm like, do you think we can get? I know no one's going to games right now. Do you think we can get those tickets for Joe to go to a green seat game soon? And she literally was just like, apparently we can get. Apparently somebody has available tickets on Wednesday.
Who had them?
It's a secret.
One of our, okay.
That's not important.
I couldn't see Joe.
That's not important.
We get lucky once or twice a year, and we just so happened to all coalesce at one time. And so I was like, okay, let's do it then. And so it was Joe Rod, his son, and then me and my girlfriend.
Wow.
Having a damn good time.
It was fantastic.
Cares about the game.
Hudson got to sit in that the number one seat right there on the aisle where you're literally looking right down the barrel of the pitcher so you can see the break on the pitches.
Yeah.
That Wozlowski kid has this crazy backdoor sinker as a righty where it breaks back into his right side, and you're watching it from that perspective. You're literally seeing it just go like this big loop, and you're like, yeah, no wonder no one can hit it, because it's an insane movement on the pitch. I got to sit in that spot for the Molina Waino battery record start.
Wow.
And watching just the bottom drop out of an Adam Wainwright curveball from that vantage point is one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
And like watching Yachty like communicate with everybody. You could hear him talk. Now Joe's seat, it's green seats, but I feel like he's staring right behind the umpire. So I feel like his vision's blocked a little bit. Yours was perfect.
I was a little bit over to the side, but no, that shot's perfect. Well, the issue also is that the umpire is an absolute giant. There was one point I didn't realize until O'Neal Cruz and the umpire were standing next to each other. O'Neal Cruz is 6'6", 6'7",
monster,
and the umpire is taller than O'Neal Cruz. That umpire, the home plate umpire last night,
No kidding.
was a
Gigantic.
giant. He was taller than O'Neal Cruz.
O'Neal Cruz is huge.
He was like
so.
he was easy 6'8".
down in front, Umpy.
Yeah, that umpire's dunking on people. The
Man.
funniest part being that close though was when Mason Wynn got hit by a pitch. Just the adrenaline's hitting. He just screamed, like he takes the pitch, and you can just see him like, whoa, and just like the biggest Ric Flair woo you ever heard, just like getting the adrenaline out from taking like a 90 mile per hour right in the chest.
Did you hear what he said? I bet you could have heard what he said.
He literally
from there.
it was just
really?
It was just a quick woo. Let's go, baby, and then he tried it down.
Oh, really? So no expletives
no
on that
expletives.
one. Because the broadcast was like, oh, there's some stuff I might not be able to say from that. But they didn't.
Me it was like
Okay.
It might have been
like a man.
It might have been let's effing go.
Yeah,
but it was something along those lines.
That's fine.
Yeah,
good. You eat that and look tough, baby. Look tough. So,
but yeah, getting to see Joe and his son.
That's cool, man.
That was really cool.
So yeah, you gotta check that out. What'd you eat?
Oh, so
what'd you eat, Rock?
Everything. Start off with a hot dog.
Okay.
Then I got
because I got pretty good food down there.
Oh yeah. Start with a hot dog. Then I got an order of fries. Pretzel bites.
Oh boy.
Girlfriend got the fried pickles because she loves fried pickles. That was the special of the night.
My God.
And then I obviously do what I always do. I'm getting the Nestle dibs.
What I always do. He's got an always for the green seats.
He's a fancy
It's
lad.
the Nestle dibs, man. Those things are insane.
Do you worry about like eating that much and then you're at Busch Stadium like, I might have to find a bathroom? Although there's nice bathrooms down there and they're not that packed. So if things went down, you'd be okay.
No, good. The nice part, the nice part, you walk right in. It's just
it's probably
you walk right in.
Good bathroom setup.
You park in that lot right next to the stadium. You walk right in. Can I get a Crown and Coke? Thank you very much.
Oh my God!
That's what you're drinking, you son of a gun.
Here's a $2 tip, and I'm right back out.
That's it, baby. Crown and Coke. God, I gotta try that.
I got one cocktail for the night, and that's what.
That's it. You sipped on one. Good for you.
I got to drive.
Yeah, good for you then, man. Yeah, you got to check that out, Schaef. I can't believe all the times you've been in the ball
game.
No one's
ever have the Rockio.
No one's ever. I mean, I turn those down sometimes.
What?
I'm just saying. I'm fancy as hell.
I know.
No one's invited you to green seats?
No.
That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable.
Never. I've done it.
I've worked your ass off for this team.
No, I don't work for the team.
Yeah, but you covered them. You've been down there. You're grinding it.
Well,
no one's invited you.
I've gone to, Champions Club a few times, which is really cool. I've gone to the National Car Rental, a few of the suites, like the individual ones. I've been in those. Never done green seats. It would be really cool, but like if I'm paying for it too, like I've always kind of looked and I've gone, that's a little pricey.
No. You get invited to those.
Well, we'll see.
That's what you do. Those are way too pricey to pay.
I'll make some friends and we'll work on it.
There it is, man. Start talking to the wealthy people at Busch Stadium. They'll invite you. They'll pick your brain the whole time, ask you questions, stuff like that. So anyway, I text Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
Yeah.
I go, did you see him? He's like, where? I go, he's literally right behind the umpire.
I'm looking at it now. The sunglasses move too. It's just like Top Gun.
I couldn't get my eyes off.
Oh my goodness.
So funny. And then
those are the sunglasses I was wearing.
Here's a question. Did you know that particular seat photographs well?
Those are the seats.
No. I'm asking about that specific seat.
The third one? No. I did not know that. We were sitting one, two.
You bumped in.
1-2, and then as soon as Joe and Hudson got there, because I wanted them to have the best seats, we kicked over to 3-4.
But you knew one would maybe be better than two.
It is because it's just so fun.
Because it looks like Rachel's behind the umpire, but you are front and center. But that was before Joe was there. Okay.
Rock gets a lot of FaceTime.
You're going to notice in the underlying parts of the story is that Rachel's not a huge baseball fan.
Okay.
And so she cares. So when we go,
you hit her behind Mega
No, yeah. When we go as me and her, she knows. She's like,
you want the better view.
The aisle seat. I know that you're a nerd who's going to want to watch the pitching like this.
I love it.
But I told Jimmy to go talk to
Rock.
Go
say hi.
Go say hi. And so he's probably way the hell somewhere else. And he makes his way all the way down. And Rock left. And he's standing next to Joe Roderick, and Roderick takes a picture and sends it to me.
What? Hold on, time out. You were in.
You ghost his ass.
You were in the mega seats.
He had work to do.
You're in Brendan's lifelong dream, and you left in what
early?
Inning?
Well, the thing is here, she's never stayed through 9.
That's the thing. He's always going with the girlfriend that isn't the baseball.
She's never stayed through 9. Now here's the thing: she's a diehard Blues fan. So if we're at a Blues game, which we are a lot, unless it's like a 4-goal deficit. She's staying through the third period every single time
in
without fail.
the
But
Blues
Cardinals games,
not as much.
During the 7th inning stretch, she goes, "Oh wow, I haven't done a 7th inning stretch in a long time."
Wow. I like her more and more.
Wow,
she's a good woman.
Her and Cam, they just get
She's
along
a good
great.
Woman.
So at that point, I was like, and she works super hard. She's an attorney. She goes to bed early and wakes up super early as well. So she's not trying to stay at a baseball game that much later as well. So that was the underlying issue as well. As soon as I got the text that he showed up, I was like,
you know you're never gonna.
This is going to be a problem.
You're lucky that he's not here today, but
tomorrow's going to be.
When you think he forgets about things like this?
No, that's
what
what I'm saying. No, you've got at least a day of buffer. Tomorrow you could come in and be like, all right, we're breaking down the Mizzou game for 2 full hours. Nothing to see here.
That's funny, man. That is funny. Oh, man.
All right, I like that YouTube comment. That's a little bit funny. I heard you guys have been talking about the Iggy stuff, and I kind of got roped into it unwittingly.
Oh God.
And so there's a comment.
Well,
there's a comment there.
Stop listening to our show. Go listen to Brenden Schaeffer. There's something terribly wrong with you.
I didn't know he put terribly in there.
He's got a point.
I didn't know he said terribly wrong.
It enhanced it.
It really does. It really maybe changes it from joking to maybe there was a tinge of actual. Maybe he was actually trying to say something there.
I've been talking about this to people. I said, Iggy. I mean, it is. It's just Iggy. He just said, there's something wrong with you. Terribly wrong. I misremembered that was part of the quote.
Something's wrong with you. You're like, okay, no,
something's wrong with you.
Nicely done on the misremember.
He really, ouch,
dude. And we're gonna get into Mizzou.
Cam, can I get into Degenerate Wombat really quickly? Because he says,
what's he saying?
Cam, maybe there was someone standing behind them. Did you leave a St. Louis City game, because people were standing behind you?
Yeah, me and Eddie McVeigh.
Did it make you uncomfortable?
Well, we didn't want to stand, and everybody's standing around us, and we're kind of like, and we're like, let's go back to the bar and party. And so that's what we did. I was there for half a game. I enjoyed it. People were around me, and then I got claustrophobic, and we left. That's it.
These people have to start inviting me to the games, and I will stay to the end.
I know.
They can go, and I will stay and enjoy the atmosphere. Enjoy that. By the way, when you go to the hockey games, so your girlfriend does like to stay for the full hockey games. I assume your seats are kind of like it comes up from the middle of the ice where like the puck drops, and you just get to. You're like on the ice for those, or is it not the same?
He's on the bench.
No, we were behind the bench 2 years ago. We
oh
were
my gosh,
we were behind the home goal last year. I'm not sure where.
That's good and bad. That's good and bad being behind the bench because you miss out. I mean, Monty's a short guy, but if you got a monster coach cruising around, a bunch of big guys, you don't see a lot of the ice.
One of the strength and conditioning coaches would throw her smelling salts sometimes during the game because she was right next to the tunnel. He would throw smelling salts during the game sometimes.
Wow, looks like she's doing blow.
She was a college athlete, so she knows that whole game.
I think he'll get you going, man.
Yeah, I mean, George Kittle feels very strongly about that because the NFL said, well, now they're not banning them, but you basically have to bring your own. They don't want to, which I guess is maybe do they think it's liability or something if something were to go wrong?
That's what they're worried about?
I don't know. I'm asking. It seems like it's very common in professional sports that this happens.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't sure what that was all about. Had to leave once it was last call.
She knows what's
up.
When
do they have that, by the way?
I think seventh inning, yeah.
And I thought they changed it to like the 8th inning after it was within the last couple of years, but in those areas, I
think they do hot food and alcoholic beverages in the 7th.
Interesting.
And then you get the 8th to order like snacks.
Okay, because I will say I'm pretty sure Champions Club, I don't think there is one. And I
think you're right on that.
But that's because it's not the bartenders having to make the drinks and then walking it all out.
Because then too, you'll have the people in like a section over going, now wait a minute, why are they still getting to drink?
I know.
And then it's a whole because they got money, or they at least have a connection that can invite them.
So what would those 2 tickets cost for season tickets?
Oh my goodness.
What would those are the 2 best seats in the house. What would they be, you think, a year for season tickets? I'm curious.
Outlandish.
Now. $30, $40 a game.
That's a good price.
I mean,
maybe this year.
Are those the most expensive seats in the house?
I don't want to play this game.
Are they the most expensive seats in the house?
Yeah, because then you're going to feel like crap for leaving in the 7th inning next time.
They're the most. I bet you if you look, I bet you they're probably the most expensive.
They'd have
seats
to be. God. I feel like it's probably so expensive it's not listed anywhere.
You never want to
like. How would you?
But you get spoiled and you sit there.
I know.
And then next time you go, you're like, this is Bush League.
My wife told me that, actually.
Yeah.
Again, I clearly don't have Rocks connections, but we've gone, a couple times with good seats. We've gone and done the suite. We've done a Champions Club here or there. But the last time we went, we were just going with my wife's family, and it was like a big group. And so we were just in the 300s
Like normal
or what,
people.
normal
Like
people
normal
seats,
Someone's,
which we've done our whole lives. Normal people seats. I'm always like, get the cheapest ticket you can and get in the building. My Mizzou season tickets are unbelievable for that reason. But last time we were at a game, she goes, "All right, you spoiled me." She's like, I'm not enjoying this
No,
because we weren't being pampered in any capacity. We didn't have access to a private bathroom, none of that.
Exactly. That's a big deal.
It is once you've
It
had
is,
it,
baby.
But I went a long time without having anything like that. And then having a couple experiences like that, I'm going, all right, I kind of see what you mean.
So what is it saying there, Rock? How much?
somebody's trying to sell 2 seats on a Saturday night for $2,000.
You won't be able to find like the season ticket number because it's just like, it's a scarcity. It's a finite number that exists.
I don't even know if I don't know if
those
specific
if you called them
seats.
up,
if you could get
no, because
they're all taken right now.
Clearly there's
For
there's a rotation of some.
So $2,000 for 2 tickets.
Hey, today it
might just be one. It's 1 point. It's $1,800.
Oh.
It's right behind home plate in on a Saturday night versus the Giants.
We could go today.
It is a premium one.
Wow.
Hey, row 4. We could go today. Row 4 for $341 a pair or each. Excuse me.
Green?
So about $700. Yeah, it's the 4th row.
Okay.
But it's the green seats.
Am
Cardinals Club.
I on camera?
And the thing,
I don't know if we quite. Let me look. Let me check the tape.
Yeah, and there's some all-inclusive areas that are like $80 apparently, like on a nightly basis.
So
at Cards games.
Tuesday I was at the game and I was like, I wonder. I was looking up Mizzou resale value because I could tell the story, but I have season tickets this year for the first time, and holy crap, is that good? Because the resale
you could pull some real
it's
money.
unbelievable, and there's no way it holds up, but maybe it does. But anyway, I'm at the Cardinal game Tuesday in the press box, and I'm looking up that
That's
website.
why you were looking at Kansas seats. Okay.
And I go,
why were you looking at Kansas tickets? Okay, now I know. Now
yeah. So then I look, and I'm like, I wonder Cardinals. I kind of look up, and it's the second or third inning, but tonight's game is still on the list. I want to check it out. There was a $59 ticket for one of the clubs. Like if you were to buy a ticket right then in the second inning and go in for that night, and $59 including fees is pretty good for the all-inclusive stuff that they have in that club. So it's the interest is waning among the fans.
I like looking when they play the Dodgers and you see the Yankees and then you see the guys in the green seats at Dodger Stadium. You're like, oh boy.
Well, they're probably famous.
What are you doing for a living?
Yeah.
What do you do? Those are your season tickets? Holy cow. Dodger Stadium times that by 3 probably.
Oh, for sure.
But Cam just made me realize, like, you guys, like, if we ever did get an NBA team, what the sidelines would look like in a St. Louis game compared to LA.
Be a little different.
Oh my God, yeah. No Jack Nicholson. Can you imagine? I'd be there. I'd be courtside. I know I would.
One of the big stars.
I know courtside high-fiving everybody.
You'd be on camera every day.
Chirping the other team. I would so do that. Never been to an NBA game, man. Never.
I've been to 2.
I want to go.
I've been to 2 as well.
And
They're
they've
fun.
both been kind of one was with free tickets with pretty good seats. The other one was the first one I did was in Washington, D.C. I just happened to be passing through. Just happened to be passing through, and I was like, I've never been to an NBA game. Tickets are real cheap tonight. Brad Beal was on the Wizards at the time. I was like, let's just do that. And so I did by myself, just as I was like getting ready to drive back to St. Louis from a big, long road trip. But soccer is the other thing that, Rock likes soccer. I had never been to a soccer game. Has Joe Roderick told you guys about what we did during SEC Media Days down there?
You guys went to an Atlanta United game.
We did.
You want to talk about a bang for your buck when it comes to food?
Well, yeah, because the whole thing was free.
Yeah. Well, your tickets were free, but
the tickets were free. So the concessions there, famously, this is the big spaceship of a stadium in Atlanta where the Falcons play.
Oh, I'll bring up a graphic here.
This is cool. It's been several years that they've done this. Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I had been to the Georgia Dome for 13-14 when Mizzou was there for the SEC championship game. I had never been to this new stadium for football. Have not been to an NFL game since the Rams left. I went to the game before the mustard and ketchup game. That was the last one, and that was a Thursday night game. I went to the one before that, I think, against Arizona, and have never been to an NFL game since. But I wanted to go to the stadium, and while we were there for SEC Media Days in July, the SEC people were like, hey, we got a block of tickets for people covering SEC Media Days for this soccer game, Atlanta United, Chicago Fire. And I texted Joe. I was driving down. I was at a Buc-ee's, actually, and I texted him. I said, hey, get on this email that we want to go to this game. We could go see that stadium. He goes, oh, yeah, great idea. So we do it. And we get there, and they're putting a wristband on us when we're going to our seats, which should have been the first clue that, like, oh, you have some pretty good seats here. We're very close. It's good vantage point and everything. But then we go, those concessions. They have, like, $2 popcorn, $2 hot dogs, $5 beers. Everything is extremely cheap. Right, it's like the Masters. And they do it all the time. And we're like, dude, let's go load up. And so we go up and we load up and we're carrying, like, multiple cardboard curtains back, like, Hoosiers, and we get back to our seats, and guy a couple seats to the left of us goes, you guys go up for concessions? We're like, what do you mean? He goes, yeah, he's got the graphic there on the screen.
Son of a gun.
$6 nachos.
I took a picture of Joe because
loaded nachos.
The guy knows how to stack cardboard boxes.
Oh,
I'm saying Joe because he runs marathons, but he knows how to eat.
Oh, he knows how to eat.
The guy can put down food. And so, like,
he runs marathons.
And so, I mean, he's just, and so he'll stack.
Oh my God!
He'll stack plates. And
we were carrying our boxes back, and he was having no problem. And I was like, "What are we?" And it was like I paid like $8 for all this crap that I gotten because the prices were so good. But anyway, we get back and we go, "Why'd you go up? Go down." We had access to like a private club area that we didn't even know about with the wristbands. SEC really hooked it up. But then when you go down there, there's also like you're on the grass of the field. You can stand on the field. And then there's a little wall there, but then you're like literal field level on the grass.
Seats? Damn.
We didn't even know. And so like there's like, a couple dozen people doing that standing room down under where you're literally on your feet are on the turf. And I was like, and we get to me and Joe kind of look at each other like, well, this is pretty good for a soccer game.
Yeah.
Like this is the first soccer game I've ever been to, MLS game. And it was great. I still need to go to the one in St. Louis.
How many people
but haven't done it yet.
How many people fill that place?
Oh, for football, probably a ton, but they did it in a very nice way. It wasn't like with the dome when it was like we can't get the whole thing filled. They had like legitimate banners and different things to make it feel like it was smaller. But dude, the stadium down there in Atlanta, total
how old
spaceship.
Is that stadium?
Probably 10 to 12 years because in 2014, the last time Mizzou was in the SEC championship game, it was still at the Georgia Dome, and Mercedes-Benz was just being built, so it had to be 2016-17, it would be my guess.
2017
is that the nicest one in the league? Because I've been to Dallas Stadium watching.
I hate to say we know what the nicest one in the league is.
Oh, it's LA. What am I talking about?
They spent enough
what am
on
I
it.
talking about?
They spent enough on it. That's just such a like slap in the face, though. Like we can't spend money, we can't care about anything here. It was so deliberate. We know that at this point.
Oh man!
But we're Mizzou territory now.
Yeah, we are.
I know, Rock. It hurts you more than it hurts me, and it hurts me a lot. You actually got to cover the Rams. Be me. And start doing sports media in 2016 and be like the biggest Rams fan. I cared more about the Rams and the Cardinals because it was like that's once a week, dude. Good. That's all you got. You got Sunday and that's it. Cardinals. I love the Cardinals as a kid.
Let's take Degenerate Wombat's point then.
Mizzou talk now.
Thank you.
What the heck is the online going to do? What?
The O-line.
My bad. Sorry.
I love how Cam's excitement sometimes gets ahead of his voice.
That's exactly right.
He goes, Neow.
What are you looking for tonight? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for a dub, baby.
Like what kind of dub?
Like a
60-0?
I predicted 41-6. But I could see them scoring even more than that if they really want to let it eat with Sam Horn in the second half. They don't.
But don't they want to rack the score up just to look better?
Yeah, I think he could never admit it, but I think Drink would like to at least cover the spread. 36.5 is the spread. It looks better when you cover the spread, right? People think you dominated.
Yep.
That can be. I don't know if that would be used for like CFP, but they can look at margin of victory and different things, and so I think that matters. I mean, it's a two quarterbacks thing. We're talking about that. Wombat mentions the O-line. That for sure matters. Tonight with the O-line, it's almost just don't do anything embarrassing because it's Central Arkansas. I'm not going to get real excited if you block well. You're supposed to probably block.
You're bigger
well.
than them. Yep.
Don't have too many breakdowns in the blocking, but just shake the cobwebs out, get the rust out because next week is the big one. But no, we're going to watch both quarterbacks and see what happens. I think we know what's going to happen in terms of who's going to be named the starter. But
what if Horny goes out there? What if Horny goes out there and looks damn good?
In what context though? Hopefully it's 28-0 at halftime, and he comes in and are they going to let him run the full offense? Do you know how many passes he attempted 2 years ago in the quarterback competition that went into week 1? Do you know?
3,
6, 5 pass attempts.
Yeah. No, I know.
In the half.
About that.
They, I don't get it. Drinkwitz, we've had our We've had our issues, him and I.
Yes, you have.
Mostly
Sorry,
caused
talking about those
so
last
mostly
night.
caused by me, right?
It's your fault.
It's my
It was
fault.
your fault.
Although
It's okay.
if they don't come back and win the Oklahoma game,
It was a wake-up call for them.
I don't probably take it back. But of course, that moment it was like, dude, that's Oklahoma, baby. No, Drink does a great job, and he's Mizzou's lucky to have him. It's just like, why this way of handling the quarterback competition? I don't really know. It doesn't matter. So I'm like sounding much more negative than I am, because ultimately he's making the right decision. I said on December whatever that they picked up Bo Prabula. I said, like, why are we talking about two quarterbacks? God loves Sam Horn. Go enjoy a great
How much
baseball
can you
career.
really?
But Prabula's going to be the quarterback, right? And then they tried to gaslight me for 8 months about it,
Yeah.
and now it's going to be exactly what I said all along. So
How
I
do
don't know
you
how
even
anybody
judge
thought
a-
it was going to be different.
How do you
but
even judge a quarterback when it's not? You're not going full throttle.
That'd be
you
a great
know?
question for Eli Drinkwitz, but he says he prefers it to on Tiger Talk, the show they do there in Columbia midweek. He was asked by Mike Kelly about it and said, I've done it before where I've gone a couple drives for this guy, a couple drives for that guy, and I don't prefer it. And he prefers to go half by half. Doesn't feel like it allows guys to get into enough of a rhythm. My counter to that, though, would be, again, 5 pass attempts for Sam Horn 2 years ago. That wasn't a real competition, but this one supposedly is or was.
That's what they're saying.
And so
here's my issue.
tough environment.
And here's my issue with just the first half, second half thing. You're telling me that you're going to risk if you're up 42-7.
You're not going to do
the fourth quarter opens. You're going to risk Caden Green getting rolled up
You can't.
rolled up his ankle rolled up by a running back in a running play.
You can't.
You're going to risk Kevin Coleman going over the middle in some sophomore safety for Central Arkansas
from Bozeman, Montana.
Head first.
This is my chance. I'm finally going to make a name for myself.
Boom.
Yeah.
And he takes his head off.
Yes.
You're going to risk that?
Cannot.
When you're up
I don't know.
42-7?
No.
You can't do it. And so the idea and that weird way he's saying they're going to run, they'll decide what the offense does. That's such a weird thing for me as well.
He's a really good talker at saying nothing.
Because you don't give I don't feel like he gives his quarterbacks that much control. And so him saying they're going to control the offense. Tell me Sam Horn's going to be like, no, we're up 52.
We're going to run this.
We're up 52-10. We're airing this one out, Eli. That's not going to happen.
No. And they're not going to
even
use
if
all
you
their
do,
schemes either, are they?
Of course not.
Speedy Johnson's not going to be out there to catch a 60-yard rope at any point from him. So what the hell are we doing?
And again, I think Drinkwitz is a master of sort of having the narrative. And what I've started saying is he never winks. He never winks at the camera when he says these things that are utterly ridiculous, because if he doesn't wink, it's like you have to believe it, because it's, why would he say it otherwise? He's very good at coach speak, in my opinion. And that's a good thing to have, because clearly he's doing it for a reason. But I just don't know if you're really getting the value of, all right, if this was a dead heat competition, are we really going to evaluate Sam Horn effectively in the second half? I just don't think it's possible. So when it was reported by Pete Thamel and then confirmed by Drinkwitz, because that it was going to be this way, first half, second half, I said, all right, that's it. Like I was kind of duped into thinking, I knew it wasn't a real competition. In the back of my head, I was like, and he would say it's real, but it's just that, Bo was a little bit ahead. But like the language was, it's a dead heat. There's zero separation.
That's all I read in the paper every single day about
that stuff wasn't true. Clearly, it wasn't true.
Why saber rattle with that?
I don't know.
Why act like, because to me,
because
it doesn't look good.
Everything that we heard, every piece of reporting was telling us that Horn was just playing too well, and or Prabula wasn't doing enough to separate himself.
I thought it was that Horn hadn't played poorly enough to play himself out of the competition.
But what's the backside of that?
You tell me.
Prabula hasn't been impressive enough to make it a no contest. And if a quarterback starts,
I don't agree with that, because I thought there was a realm in which, all right, 2 years ago we had a pawn in the quarterback competition. It's the same guy that now we feel like is a pawn again. But he's been very loyal to the program. I mean, they've stuck with him. They really appreciate his contributions. And so I thought they were just giving him the level treatment of like, we'll take it even into the game because we appreciate you. And we want Matt Zollers to know we take it to the end if you deserve it, right? Matt Zollers is the freshman that's not going to play this year, but he's a stud. And so
you don't think Zollers or Horn can see what you're seeing essentially?
I think it's a great question.
This is a hand job,
but they talk to
Hand
Eli.
job.
They talk to Eli Drinkwitz, and he coaches them on a daily basis. And so I think his players love him.
Yeah.
I don't think it. I know it. And so whether we look at it and go, this kind of feels like we see what this is, right? I think Drinkwitz is good enough that he does it in a way that his players don't view it that way, and that genuinely they shouldn't, because I think he's being real with them. But at a certain point, as a coach, you do have to make a decision. And so I think that's what this has been about, is like straddling that line, kind of showing respect to all parties and giving Horn the chance to play himself out of it by not living up. And he never did that until now. It's like the season's starting. We're going to have to pick our guy. And it was always going to be Bo.
But how many good teams in college football have this situation going on with a quarterback?
Yeah. I mean, it's a fair question.
Like legit teams.
Like Alabama came in to camp with a question of like, who's it going to be? Everybody kind of thought Ty Simpson, and that's who they went with. But they announced it. They announced it in camp. I'm not saying this way is wrong. And like, I want to keep stressing, because if this finds its way to the wandering ears, Eli Drinkwitz is making the right decision. Like he made the right decision in 2023. It's indisputable at this point. Brady Cook was the right choice. He's going to make the right decision here with Bo Perbula. But that is the decision, and it feels very clear that it is. And if I'm wrong, then obviously we can have a lot of fun with me being wrong. But I've been pretty consistent since they signed him, and I've argued about it with my co-host in Columbia all summer, where he would say quarterback competition, and I would make fun of him. And then we got to camp, and then they're telling us it's a quarterback competition. I was like, damn.
So that
looks dumb, but here we are.
The three biggest question marks about this Mizzou team: quarterback situation. I'm guessing what Wombat said, the O-line, and then what?
Win a lot of games. I don't know what's left. They're pretty good on defense.
Defense pretty good.
Pretty good. Pretty deep. Stay
Special
healthy.
team.
That's it.
How about their kicker?
I gotta see
Kicker's good. Punter, we don't know. New punter, and the punter last year didn't really punt very good, but they shouldn't need to punt.
All right, I'm just
asking.
asking.
Be first down every time.
I need some proof of concept.
What do you
on the
need?
defense a little bit.
What do you
Really?
need, Rock?
I just need to see that it's.
What
I need
part?
to see. Hold on a second. I need to see. First of all, it's the,
Jim.
First of all, the part is the
Where's your Mizzou hat today?
The part is the defensive backfield. I'm going to catch crap for that today again.
Yeah, I should have wore black.
I don't wear team colors on specific days.
I don't either.
I don't think that way anymore.
Other than for Missouri.
Sorry. I try not to wear team gear at any point.
I don't
have any gear.
Unless it's Mizzou. That's the only exception I make for
The
myself.
defensive backfield, I think, there's a question, but it keeps getting a year older, and they've added some talent in guys like Catalan.
Yeah.
But my bigger question is, can they be a playoff team if the defense has to be the dominant side of the ball? That's my question. Is the defense, everything we've seen about the pass rushing depth, is that going to be real? Obviously, we know. I'm pretty confident in the top half of the depth chart in Zion Young and Damon Wilson. But can Darius Smith and Nate Johnson be the rotationary pass rushers that they need to keep that going?
Yeah.
That's one of my big questions. Obviously, can Josiah Trotter and Newsom be a solid linebacker core? I think that's, I wonder,
think we know the answer
I think
to
it
that.
should be locked
Which
in.
is yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Josiah Trotter should be a monster.
Trotter and Newsom are just going to be flying around with their
Smashing.
with their hair on fire.
Yeah, baby.
But
Smashing stuff.
I really do wonder, because yes, Catalan's a playmaker,
He's a stud.
but I still just have questions when it comes to the actual cornerback group.
That's fair.
And we're going up against the SEC. There's a lot of great wide receivers. And so when we talk about the big time games, the South Carolinas, the Alabamas, even the Oklahomas, I do start getting some really big questions on. I know the cornerback group isn't going to be able to shut down those groups. So is the pass rushing group, is Darius Smith as an extra rusher going to be something where you can constantly get into the backfield against these top SEC teams and stop them from picking apart maybe the one weakness on this roster, which is the defensive backfield?
Yeah, you want to get pressure,
cornerback group.
Because here's my theory about the secondary. Like, I agree the corners last year maybe weren't quite up to par. I thought the safeties were worse.
They were undoubtedly worse.
And like none of them are really off the team right now.
Marvin Burks is starting, right?
But Marvin Burks has competition, right?
He does.
They brought in competition. And
that's what you want.
And that's what you want.
Quarterback too. Stephen Hall's a graduate transfer
exactly.
who should be pushing or might be pushing for one of the jobs.
It's telling to me that that's the group that you didn't really have attrition. You didn't really graduate guys. You just didn't play well enough. And really, it wasn't. I thought I didn't think it was like a not talented unit.
It was a lack of playmaking.
There was a lack of playmaking, but there was also I thought sometimes just people were confused about what they were supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Like breakdowns of the defense that seems kind of elementary, but it would happen. I feel like it happened once or twice a game for a while where, oh, there goes that guy streaking down the sideline. Who was supposed to be covering him? Who was supposed to be in that zone? And it just was like they weren't all on the same page kind of breakdown.
So how much of your positivity on the defense it gets to second year of Corey Batum's system?
That's part of it. And then Jalen Catalon, to me, is a huge factor in that. Like, have a veteran part of that safety group and that secondary that can go, hey, I'm going to kind of bring everybody in, and we're going to be on the same page. We're not going to have that happen where the third wide receiver or the tight end is somehow down the seam and nobody knew who was supposed to be in that area. Like, that's the kind of stuff that I attributed, like, to a decent amount to Marvin Burks. Burks looked to be the one that was kind of confused sometimes when that would happen. But we don't know on that given play, like, okay, what was supposed to happen and who wasn't in their spot. I feel like having a veteran like Jalen Catalon, who's played like 7 seasons of college football.
He's one of those.
And is a stud.
Yeah,
He's a doctor.
He got to Arkansas in 2019.
He's been around the block, but he's a captain. I mean, that to me gives me confidence that we can bring everybody into the secondary and go, hey, we're going to get on the same page.
I got a couple more.
As a
for you.
freshman, he had 100 tackles, 3 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles for as a freshman for Arkansas. It's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
He's talent.
So, yeah, Jalen Catalon is in the Batoon thing as well. Just everybody a year more comfortable in the scheme, I think.
So who's taking over for Corey Schrader and Luther Burden?
Cody Schrader.
Cody
Schrader.
He just got cut too, by the way.
He got cut by the Rams.
Yeah.
Last year's running back group of Nate Noel and Marcus Carroll is also gone. I think last year they wanted Nate Noel to be more like the Cody Schrader, and he just couldn't quite stay healthy enough to be as explosive as they thought he was going to be.
Man.
Schrader was unbelievable. He ran for like 1,627 yards. The bold prediction I gave, Cam's asking, well, who's the running back? That's the good news. They got the best running back in the SEC, in my opinion. Maybe the best running back in the country.
Would you tweet that out? Are you going to tweet that out?
Yeah,
You're going to tweet that out?
Yes, and I'll tell you what I tweeted out already about this topic. My bold prediction for the season. Ahmad Hardy is the young man's name. He will break Cody Schrader's rushing record, single-season rushing record. However,
you heard it first,
which is 1,627 yards. However, and here's the part that makes my prediction even more fun. Cody Schrader will still have more yards per game. Hardy won't do it on average. He'll do it on total. But they played 13 games in 2023. So I'm telling you they're going to play more than 13 games this year, which is, I think, the bold part of the take, honestly, because it means you're either playing in an SEC championship game or you're playing a playoff game and winning it. So that's my take. Hardy will break the record.
Take. That's a big take.
But his per game average will be less than Cody Schrader. It's 2 birds with one stone.
Wombat agrees with you.
I'm looking right now at an unnamed text that says, "Is Brenden Schaeffer the worst Mizzou homer, or is there somebody as bad as him?"
Explain it. Explain your thoughts on that.
No,
I think it might just be
TJ Moe.
Like how heavily you're a homer.
Yeah,
TJ Moe.
He would be a worse homer. He's a homer and he's worse.
And he knows.
Can I unveil the real talk with you though?
Yes.
On
real
this?
talk.
Let's get personal.
Oh.
Let's say so. Last year, I did predict Mizzou to go 12-0. And we had that little slip up during the Oklahoma game where we got pretty negative about things.
Sorry, you predicted them to go 12-0 last year
on the radio in Columbia. I did.
Okay, that was smart.
Joking.
I legitimately thought they could make the playoff last year. 10-2 was what I really thought was going to happen.
That was not an outside.
Well, they were a defensive stop away
Yes.
from 10-2 if they had not let Lenore Sellers in South Carolina march all over them. So I was really high on the team last year, and they damn near met those expectations. I got very negative though in the Oklahoma game, obviously, which I regret.
No, you didn't.
You didn't. But sincerely, I know the cat thinks it's hilarious. I do not like that I did that because that was just. I was not this like professional Mizzou guy. I've covered the Cardinals. Be professional. I've always been a Mizzou fan.
Yeah.
But I've also been the Mizzou fan that has just been too negative over the years. Prior to last year predicting 12-0. I would just get too negative and I would just get too worked up about it. Obviously, that still happened with the Oklahoma game. But I'm like,
fine.
My stance with this is like it's fun to enjoy your team, and it's the only fandom that I really do have anymore because the Rams are gone. I have had the fandom beaten out of me through like being a baseball writer of the Cardinals. And you know, and I like the Blues. I get more fired up about the Blues because I wasn't as close to it. Like I didn't grow up a huge hockey guy. And so when I started covering it, I would get emotionally invested. And I let myself, because it's not the same as baseball where I'm like truly objective about it. Mizzou's like what I have, and I want to be a more positive fan. I don't want to just be, the guy ripping on everything. And so that's part of like, be positive, be upbeat about it. And so that does make me look like the biggest homer, which is fine because that's what I want to be. I want to be a fan of one thing, and that's Mizzou. So that's what I'm doing.
That's okay, baby.
One more question about the roster because we have to take a break here. You're up on Ahmad Hardy, and that's completely reasonable. But I think a lot of people were surprised when Jamal Roberts appeared on the depth chart with the or next to Ahmad Hardy, kind of pointing towards more of a running back share than I think you would expect, or a lot of people would expect. Has that shifted your thought process on the potential role of Jamal Roberts into the Mizzou offense?
Roberts will play a bunch today, but the split.
You're saying it was just for this week?
The depth chart's meaningless. Like, that changed me 0% to see the or. I almost would have been surprised not to see the or because Jamal Roberts was here first. Cody Schrader year, I calculated this earlier in the week. He took 78% of the running back rushing attempts for Mizzou that year in 2023. 78%. Hardy will be above 70, in my opinion, 70 to 75. And like Schrader was the offense, I think Hardy eventually is going to be the offense.
What about this cat? Wombat chimes in and goes, so excited for Donovan Olubode.
I believe it's Olubode.
Olubode.
I hear people say it different. He is a true freshman who I hope to see play tonight because he is supposedly very, very
what position?
Talented. Wide receiver.
Okay.
True freshman.
Dude's a stud. Have fun with this name, Cam.
No, I don't even.
Wombat's fired up, baby.
Donovan Olubode, I think, is how it's pronounced, but I've heard people who would know all say it differently, so somebody's got to get us on the same page.
B-Schaef, all I ask for you to do is rattle Drinky Poo a little bit this year again. Daddy Padre wants you to rattle Drinky Poo. I don't call him Drinky Poo anymore. I don't call him Drinky Poo anymore. I used to 4 years ago.
Now you don't?
Now I don't.
Okay.
Because he's earned the right.
He's earned to just be called his
nickname?
That's right.
Okay. Damn right. Okay. Let me tell you about something right quick. This beautiful, beautiful place right next door called the. What's up?
Can I tell you about him really quick?
Yeah.
So yesterday,
help me with it.
Yesterday, I dropped off Rachel's car, which is an Audi, over there. I would walk over here, dropped it off right at 7:30. Walked over here for the show. In other places around town, we've taken it. I would not get a call till maybe 1 p.m. that day that they were done with the car for me to walk back over and grab it. Yesterday, in the transfer between this show and the podcast at 9:45. They were wrapping up the car.
That's how you do it at the Audi Exchange.
Audi Exchange at Kirkwood, absolutely killing it. AudiKirkwood.com. Check them out. They're unbelievable. We had the service done yesterday. The car was perfect. The service was great. The people in there were fantastic. Check them out.
You float when you drive an Audi. Real quick, though. Hey, for a limited time, take advantage of 0.99% APR financing for 72 months on a Q6 e-tron. That's high performance with smart financing. Plus, explore a great selection of your Audi favorites, including the all-new 2025 Audi Q5, redesigned and ready to impress. And don't miss out, up to $7,500 of federal tax credit available on select EVs and plug-in hybrids. But hurry, this credit expires September 30th. Now's the time to plug in and save. Go see my boy Neil and the entire crew at the Audi Kirkwood on Manchester Road, or shop their entire inventory online at AudiKirkwood.com. Audi Kirkwood. Expect the exceptional. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back. This is Hot Take Central 2.0.
You've seen this. It's brand new. Are you online?
Oh, hey. Oh, so you're new here.
All right, let's get cracking.
Okay, then maybe you should check out our website.
You're insane.
Well, you download songs illegally from the internet.
LouInfo.com. LouInfo.com. The Lou Information Station. 590 AM KLIS, Wood River, St. Louis.
Our origin story begins.
A legendary weekend is coming to the Lou. Don't miss the Stiefel Charity Classic presented by Compliance Solutions, September 4th through 7th at Norwood Hills Country Club. Watch PGA Tour champions compete and enjoy a live performance by music sensation OAR at Friday's community concert presented by CarShield. Tickets start at just $20. Kids, military, veterans, and first responders get in free. Get your tickets today at StiefelCharityClassic.com.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. GetBC.com.
This is your LouInfo.com news update. I-64 was closed for a time on Wednesday as fire crews battled a blaze at an abandoned warehouse. The fire consumed the second floor and roof of the warehouse at the intersection of South Van Deventer and Market Street. The National Park Service has plans to turn off lights on the arch for the month of September to protect wildlife. The agency said 40% of the nation's waterfowl use the Mississippi River corridor during spring and fall migration, and dark skies help the birds. The arch will light up again on October 1st. FEMA denied the city of St. Louis request for extending the deadline for individual assistance for those impacted by the May 16th tornado. Mayor Kara Spencer expressed disappointment with that rejected request. Well, Nordstrom has officially closed its Richmond Heights location. That was Sunday after more than 20 years. The Galleria will have a new Dick's House of Sport in the Nordstrom space soon. Anchor stores remaining include Dillard's and Macy's. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports. Anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. We have high pressure in the Midwestern states, and that'll be covering our area all the way through the holiday weekend, so we're in pretty good shape. Fairly warm today. We'll be in the mid-80s. Should be sunny, clear for the overnight hours, and low 60s for Friday and Saturday. We get sunshine both days. Afternoon highs in the mid-80s. We get low 80s on Sunday and Labor Day. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hey everyone, Cam Janssen here to tell you about the experts at Fast Signs in Earth City. Fast Signs can handle any and all of your business visibility needs, from traditional signs and graphics to digital to core graphics and anything in between. Fast Signs in Earth City has you covered. The station uses them, the Blues use them, and you will love the work they do. Call 314-344-4400 for your custom signage needs today. That's Fast Signs in Earth City, 314-344-4400.
Join your fellow St. Louis City SC fans at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. All St. Louis area Hot Shots locations are proud to be a part of City on Tap, presented by Michelob Ultra, the official network bringing St. Louis City fans and ice cold beer together. Catch every exciting moment of the 2025 MLS season at Hot Shots. Since 1990, Hot Shots has championed St. Louis sports, and they're thrilled to keep the tradition alive for St. Louis City SC. Find the Hot Shots near you at hotshotsnet.com.
Is your brand stuck on the sidelines? Tired of feeling like your marketing budget is just warming the bench? Well, then it's time to get in the game with Eyesight Media. We don't just put your brand near the action, we put you in the action. Imagine this, your company front and center, showcased in NCAA and pro stadiums and arenas nationwide. If you're ready to elevate your brand to MVP status, don't miss this shot. Visit eyesightmediagroup.com today to apply for an in-arena partnership. That's eyesightmediagroup.com.
The future of driving is here, and it's electric. Experience your own all-new Audi Q6 e-tron, found at the crossroads of luxury and cutting-edge performance. Now at Audi Kirkwood, drive one home with 0.99% financing for 72 months. Efficiency, power, style, all in one extraordinary SUV. And with the $7,500 EV tax credit going away, get yours now while you can still save big. Visit Audi Kirkwood on Manchester Road, or shop online at AudiKirkwood.com.
Back to more of Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Janssen,
The most perfectly trained athlete ever.
and Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
I'm an influential and respected man.
On the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com. Hot Take Central 2.0.
Yeah, baby, let's go. 8:53 on a Thursday. It's game day. It's game day. Wearing that black and yellow. What unis are they going to wear, by the way, tonight?
I actually don't care about that. I'm not one of the uniform people.
But maybe I do care. Maybe I do care.
I enjoy looking at it, but rarely am I going to.
It's a big deal.
Hey,
is it?
You're usually so good at the improv part of this whole thing.
Oh my God, the uniforms!
But do they change the uniforms too much?
I love the uniforms.
Yes, and you son of a.
Do they change the uniforms too much?
But embrace debate, Rock.
Sorry, you know, yes, anding. I'm going to get pissed.
Can we embrace debate though too? That could be another way to.
I like yes, anding.
Improvise a segment.
Do they change the
yes
uniforms too much?
No, I think I largely think they do pretty good with uniforms, but you know, people got mad. What I think it was is they would release the video each week, and people would rip on him in the video. And I think Drink said, maybe don't do that anymore because it's not. I'm telling you. And look, I genuinely like Drink. I know people probably say I don't because they remember one time when I was mad about him. The guy is very obsessed with what happens on Twitter. Listen to a press conference where he doesn't talk about Twitter.
It is weird a little bit.
Not just because he got me. I earned that one. But I think he could. Who am I to tell him how to do his job? But I think he would benefit from not being so caught up in it. But to his point of what it is, he believes that it is where the fans congregate, and so it has an impact on recruiting, and that's why he would prefer Twitter to be a more positive place of Mizzou fandom, which I've come to realize. Why not? I'll try to contribute to that more often than not. But the uniform thing, I feel like people got mad because they didn't like the uniforms and it wasn't right.
Which one? The white ones?
Anytime they would release a video, there'd be detractors in the comments that would say they're doing the wrong one. Bring back the Block M, which they should bring back the Block M. But if they're not wearing the Block M for Kansas, Rock, that's where I will get fired up about uniforms.
Yeah, you got to
Block M for Kansas. That should be obvious, and I think they'll get that right. But I think people were too negative in the reactions to something that was supposed to be fun by the Mizzou social media team. And my guess is, it's not reporting, this is a guess, I think Drink probably said, just don't do the videos as much anymore because people don't seem to appreciate it.
Well, I mean...
And it's not a positive when we do it because the comments are all negative.
Why are we standing in the stream just off the... Wow, I'm so far removed from Mizzou, I've forgotten the name of the bike trail just off of campus.
What's the bike trail?
MKT trail. Thank you, man. Oh man, I am really not a true son anymore. Like they're in a stream just off the MKT trail where like you can throw a stone and hit Mark Twain Hall, and it's like, why are we doing it this way? Like, can we like just do a quick little shot inside the locker room with the video team? Why are we out at a horse ranch?
Because
I remember that.
What are we doing here?
Because that's part of the fun. Like people have done it big for social. If you're on the social media team for Mizzou Athletics, aren't you trying to do as creative as possible?
Yeah, I think I'm
to go viral and to
I'm
have
saying,
recruiting
I'm not saying,
be boosted. That's all it is.
Yeah, but this is like we make fun of the spinning video with Brian Kelly dancing because sometimes ideas are bad.
Yeah, but did that hurt LSU or do recruits go, dude, that was so corny, that was so funny? Like, I'm going to ask Brian Kelly about that. And then they asked Brian Kelly about that, and Brian Kelly's a real personable guy, just like Drink. And so it actually can help them.
No, I think
was that a negative?
That he's LSU, he coached at LSU means that he's kind of bulletproof from certain things.
I'm telling you,
you're LSU, and once you send somebody a letter that says LSU,
do you think
you're good to go?
Do you think when Drink gets made fun of by everybody for saying we stand on business, Josh, that's bad, or do Mizzou fans eat that up because it was cool?
No, I think that stuff's good. The Darth Vader stuff is where I'm like, okay, we're playing jump rope.
Darth Vader.
I liked it.
Jump rope with the line.
I liked it when he did it.
Okay.
I think.
What did he do?
I think he came out on
a presser with a lightsaber
after they beat. Was it
Texas A&M?
Well, was it A&M or
What's
Mississippi
the point of
State?
that?
Mississippi State.
Dan Mullen. I think that was a Dan Mullen thing.
For some reason, he sounds like a Texas.
When there's a comment in the media about something, then he takes to it and he uses it to his advantage. He's a master at it. He really is.
Hey, Rock, we got to go to break right now. All right, we're going to go to break. Don't go anywhere. We got a lot more to get into. I'm going to read all your texts. Don't go anywhere. This is Hot Take Central 2.0.
The Maddie Festival and Conference is back. September 12th through the 14th in the Grand Center Arts District. 3 days, 15 stages, and more than 100 performances. Featuring legends Common and Pete Rock, Patti LaBelle, and De La Soul. Also R&B stars Lucky Day, Leon Thomas, and Leela James. Jazz greats Branford Marsalis, Pedrito Martinez, and the Baylor Project. And of course, funk masters John Medeski, the SOS Band, and Carl Denson. Plus Maddie artist in residence, STL's very own Keon Harold. Enjoy live music, art exhibits, carnival rides, food trucks, and more. Hear from thought leaders across music, art, tech, and innovation, and see community curation by Shakespeare Festival of St. Louis, The Walls Off Washington, Poetry Motion, Pack Dance, and more. Meet us at the intersection of art and life in the heart of Midtown St. Louis. Purchase festival passes now at MaddieSTL.org.
All aboard! There's a new way to travel, and it's one of the oldest forms of transportation. Travel by train. Yes, consider traveling around the United States on Amtrak. Traveling by train is a lot less of a headache than taking a plane, and you'd be surprised how many places you can go on an Amtrak, and there's no passports or IDs needed. Find out how to get where you're going as soon as tomorrow by train. Call the Amtrak Travel Hotline right now. We'll book your trip and email your tickets within minutes. Skip the drive to the airport and skip the lines. Call right now to book your Amtrak reservations. We service most of the United States.
All aboard!
Do something new. Travel by Amtrak today.
800-428-9517. 800-428-9517. 800-428-9517. That's 800-428-9517.
Broadcasting live from the J. Randolph Jr. Studios, this is the Lou Information Station, KLIS 590 AM, Wood River, St. Louis.
Like school. 2 children ages 8 and 10 were killed, 17 others wounded when the shooter opened fire during Mass at the Annunciation Catholic Church. Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara identified the shooter as 23-year-old Robin Westman, who died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound and who, O'Hara says, left behind a manifesto. The 23-year-old killer was born male with the name Robert Westman, but Fox News says he identified as female and had his name changed to Robin in 2019. The Trump administration's planning to take over Union Station in Washington, D.C.
Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy made the announcement on Wednesday and said the station has fallen into disrepair. Duffy said they will help make the city safe and beautiful at a fraction of the cost by reclaiming management of the station. It's the latest move by the White House as part of President Trump's crime crackdown in the Capitol. I'm Mark Mayfield.
New York City's Penn Station gets a multi-billion-dollar makeover starting by the end of 2027.
Trump Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy and New York's former train daddy Andy Byford making the announcement Wednesday, promising a complete transformation.
Making the station operationally sound, safe, clean, and easy to navigate. And I want in the future this station to ooze excellence.
A competition is being launched to hire a master builder by next May. No decision yet on whether Madison Square Garden, which sits atop Penn Station, will be moved. I'm Sarah Lee Kessler.
Fired CDC Director Susan Monarez refuses to leave her post. Monarez had been on the job for 2 weeks when HHS posted on X she was no longer the CDC's director. Hours later, attorneys for Monarez said she has neither resigned nor been told by the White House she's fired. From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
Business owners, are you paying high phone bills for old school systems and lousy service? StrongTel cuts your phone bills in half and turns every phone you own into a feature-rich business system. Sean Roddy, CEO of Hennings Brothers Drilling, had this to say. We've been a StrongTel customer for over 10 years. It's great. It even includes an intercom with video to our equipment yard. I can watch live from anywhere with my smartphone. I'd recommend StrongTel to anyone. Never miss a customer call again with your StrongTel business system. StrongTel is a proud iTex partner and always welcomes your iTex dollars. You'll get award-winning StrongTel service, a business-class phone system, and cut your phone bill in half. So visit strongtel.com right now. That's StrongTel, StrongTel.com. StrongTel.
We interrupt this program for an on-the-spot news report.
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen. 222-2222.
Who needs a vacation? Are you ready for an unforgettable getaway? Start packing your bags because Branson, Missouri, the vacation and entertainment capital of the U.S., is calling your name. For just $99 per person, here's what you get. A full 3-day, 2-night stay in a luxury resort hotel. A delicious full breakfast buffet every morning you're here. And when you call right now, free show tickets worth up to $100. That's right. Free show tickets to an award-winning show on us. You don't have to leave the country for an amazing vacation. You can drive or fly to Branson and have an incredible time. Whether you bring in the whole family or just planning a romantic escape, this trip is built for you. We guarantee you'll love Branson. This is not a timeshare. It's just an unbeatable vacation deal for only $99 per person. You book now, you can use your tickets anytime this year. You don't even need to know your travel dates to lock in the special price. Hurry, because this offer won't last long. Call our Branson vacation experts today.
800-497-7198. 800-497-7198. 800-497-7198. That's 800-497-7198.
Hey, listen to me. I'm one of the credit cards in your wallet. I'm about to explode and pop like a balloon. You're using me and my brothers way too much. Your credit cards aren't the only ones annoyed. It's your paycheck that doesn't have enough to pay everything. Save your credit cards, your paycheck, and yourself a lot of PAIN. Pain. Call the debt helpline now, not tomorrow, right now. Our experts will show you how you can cut your interest rates and your payments on your credit cards in half. Credit card companies have special assistance programs designed to help you. Make this 100% free call right now and learn how you could get out of credit card debt. Here's the number.
800-406-6569. 800-406-6569. 800-406-6569. That's 800-406-6569. Paid for by Zero Debt.
The Lou Information Station presents Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Janssen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
Yeah, let's go. 9:05 on a Thursday. Beautiful Thursday, man. If you look at the forecast, it's going to be gorgeous for the next at least 7 days, but we're going to get crapped on again with about a hundo.
We are?
A good 95. Yeah, probably. It
Really?
always happens. Yeah, dude. You're damn
So this
right.
really is like
It's
false
fake.
fall.
Yeah.
People said it's
We're in Missouri.
You're in the Midwest. This is the false fall period where you go, oh, we're here, and then it. No kidding.
Yeah.
I thought we were we were in the clear.
No. Dude, it's still
I'll be
August. It's still August. If this was
Yeah,
like
but it's almost September.
Yeah, but September you get rocked in September too. Just like in like February, you're like, oh wow, it's 65 degrees, and then tornado comes through. You're like, oh, spring's
I'm gonna
here.
say we're
no, it's not.
I'm gonna say we're on the other side
No,
of
it's
it.
not.
We won't get back to 95
Yeah, we
again.
won't. Hey, by the way, you guys could chime in. Go to YouTube and go to Lou Info and like and subscribe, and you could chat away. There's a party going on in there right now.
There is a party. Iggy's here.
Iggy's in there. What's up, Iggs?
Iggy partied with us. I guess you guys have been
topic for
you guys
quite
have
a
been
while.
talking about that kind of a
Yeah.
lot, I reckon.
Yeah, I mean, he puts out that video, and then Jimmy hears it.
What bothered me about
Jimmy
it?
loses his
Well,
mind.
he didn't like the video, and he did rip on a lot of our people. What bothers me about it the most? He didn't rip on me in the video. It's like I didn't even exist.
Well, if you stop listening to our show, go listen to Brenden Schaeffer. There's something terribly
It's
wrong
like
with you.
Iggy. It's like I didn't even exist to you. And he said, I did. I texted him and he said, I don't know, buddy. I didn't know you worked there. And so he didn't know. He kind of made fun of the 1 million views on the video that he did, which if he didn't know about the YouTube, no wonder he didn't know about the 1 million views because that's where it happened on STL Sports Central. But that's okay. You didn't know I worked there. It is true though. Iggy and I are fine.
Yeah.
Like I texted him after he made that famous quote on when they were on HD2. I texted him. I said, I heard about it.
Well, if you stop listening to our show, go listen to Brenden Schaeffer. There's something terribly wrong with you.
I did think it was funny and texted him at the time. And then the next time I texted him was he took a picture of us at Gobble Bowl when we won like a trophy. And then the next time I texted him was this past week when all this happened. And I said, really? You didn't? I didn't even rate. You talked about Rockio in your video. I didn't even rate. And, you
talk about you in the video too?
He mentioned him, but not like, I don't think in too derogatory way. He did come after Jim, and I love Jim, and he came after Dave, and I didn't like that.
Yeah.
No, but it's just,
No doubt. The
I
Jim
did
part.
text him, and I said,
who doesn't go after Jim?
Now, the one thing I will say is, and look, Iggy's not going to like this. There's something terribly, terribly wrong. Iggy's not going to like this, but I will clear the air because he did claim on Twitter, because the cat last week came in and took a real close-up picture of me for kind of one of the jokes about this
dead
little
eyes or
feud.
something?
Yeah, he mentioned the dead eyes thing, which was not an Iggy thing. That was a random,
That's a weird
anonymous
one.
YouTube commenter that one time told me I had
That's
dead
such
eyes.
a horrible thing to say.
It
to
was the
somebody.
lighting. It was the lighting.
Look at me real quick. No, dude.
It is one
no,
of the
I know what dead eyes
funniest-
looks like.
I had a
one of
ring
the
light.
funniest jokes.
I had a
It's
ring
so
light
funny.
on, and the ring light was like shining weird in my eyes, and that's why.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Made me look
You
like
just
I had
accept the
dead
fact.
eyes.
I have a large head. You have dead eyes.
Dead eyes.
This
And
is
and it's just what it is. But within that thread, Iggy said to Jim or to whoever was arguing, because a couple people jumped in and it got a little bit mean and nasty. But Iggy said, Schaef and I are good, which is true. I always make sure he has a spot at Gobble Bowl, which is not true. That there was I once bowled
He's
the
your
Gobble.
best bowler.
Here's the thing. They have some really good teams that bowl the Gobble Bowl.
I bet.
I bowled it with Jim once. Me and the cat. The cat was on my team once back in the day with bowl. So every year I love to do Gobble Bowl. But at one point, I wasn't viewed. I think because I took up a team at the last minute one year, and I brought a whole team in, and I had a whole full group. And August, I'm like, hey Ig, or it might have even been June. I said, hey Ig, for Gobble Bowl this year, I just want to make sure we're squared away. Oh yeah, buddy, you're good. We get closer. He goes, I didn't know you wanted a team, and so. I didn't have a team. I thought I would have a captaincy for years, and then it didn't happen that way. But there's a guy that got me onto his team, and I've since had my sister join that team, and we bowl with them every year. Iggy cannot take credit for that one, though, because I had to scrounge. Honestly, it was on the TMA fan page years ago. I had to scrounge, and somebody was like, yeah, we'll pick you up. And I bowled with them ever since, and they're lovely people. But other than that, it's all in fun for me.
All goofy.
Other than don't come take shots at everybody here when you don't know what's going on here. That would be my advice to you, Ig. But
it's all good,
that
baby.
is what it is.
Now
I'm catching heat.
There's no radio wars. Back in the early 2000s, though. Oh yeah, man. Guys would go after each other. It was a bigger deal.
It was
kind of it kind of just crept away when I got in the radio for some reason.
It was you. You weren't exciting enough, and so we just said, "Screw it."
No, we don't want to. I remember guys going after each other, man, just nonstop, and that's happened in the past with Howard Stern, and just it's not a way to. I don't want to go after people all day, but it is funny when funny things happen, and this is a petty funny thing, so that's why we brought it up. Somebody did chime in on the text line. You could chime in there, by the way, 314-590-3770. They go, Cam, what do you think of the Blues Hall of Fame cast?
Ooh.
So how many guys do they get? See, excuse my ignorance. Do they cast one guy out of all these players? I should know this, but I don't. Inducted class, but you can only cast your vote. Who do you think would be inducted? So it's only one guy. I thought it was more than that.
Inducted. They're announcing the induction. Is that what it is?
Yeah, and I got the list of the guys right now, and one girl. But I don't know how many they do a year. I kind of forgot about that, which makes me sound stupid. Sorry about that. Let me know on the text if you guys know how many.
I think it was they opened it up for the first couple of classes they put in multiple people, but I think they're going to do one per year now.
And now we're going to vote.
Okay, so it's one out of.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, here's the list of guys. This is going to be tough to pick one out of this group. So you got Al Arbor, you got David Backus, you got Ron Caron, who did a lot of things, Emil Francis, Ken Hitchcock, Barrett Jackman, Joel Mullen, Adam Oates, TJ Oshie, Jorg Pedersen, Quinville, Rob Ramage, Brendan Shanahan, Mike Shanahan, Alexander Steen, and Pierre Turgeon.
Okay.
Good God.
Here's my prediction.
What the hell?
I don't know if they're telling you how many are going to make it, because I think you got to put a lot of those people in, right?
Yeah.
You have to. I mean, that's a lot of Hall of Famers, and this is a newer. When did the Blues start this Hall of Fame?
Not that long ago, right? People did chime in and say, "Where's Kelly Chase?" You just got to look at all these superstars there.
Yeah, if all these guys were they on the ballot before, and they just do? I
should have done my homework.
Well,
damn it!
You are the former Blues player on the panel,
so I don't know really how all this goes down. But of all the guys, I would say you probably have to have somebody older.
So they put the first class was
I see 3
was Pablo Dimitra, Mike Liu, Keith Kachuk in 2024. Wayne Babbage, Jim Roberts, and Curtis Joseph last year.
23, they had the inaugural, and it was a group of 15 or 20.
Was all the huge ones. So I think that they might still be putting. I don't know if they're going to still put 3 apiece in.
Well, they got Bobby in there.
They
might do
3 and 24 and 25. Berenson, Bowman, Fedorko, Gassoff, Glenn Hall, Brett Hall, Dan Kelly, Al McInnes, Barclay Plager, Bob Plager, Chris Bronner, the Solomons, Brian Sutter, Gary Younger. We're all the initial class in 2023, and they put in 3 each year the last 2 years.
Yeah.
You're going to pick 3 out of this group? Son of a gun.
And it feels like that probably, a lot of those guys are recent retirees or anything, so they were probably on the list before. It feels like the Cardinals have been doing theirs for a while, and now you're almost kind of getting to the point where the Cardinals is like, yeah, 1 or 2 is probably an appropriate number. Yeah. But with this,
look at how many guys I'm looking at it. To be fair, like Barrett Jackman played a lot of games here, man.
If I may, what I think it is.
I like this
with the Blues, a lot of those guys, some of them, I guess there's no active players on there anymore, right?
No,
and I don't see Pietrangelo listed.
No,
but Oshie is retired.
Yes,
right.
Yes,
Steen, obviously. So you've got some coaches, and you got the back is retired. You're gonna want like one of those recent former players to go in each year, kind of thing.
Sure.
Like they can kind of span this out where like 5 years down the road, you could still put TJ Oshie in.
That's what I'm saying.
And he'll go to it.
So
you know what I mean?
At like maybe Al Arbor. I mean, Jax. I'm looking at like he's got to. I mean,
his time
here. I mean, what are we doing now? He's in charge of the alumni, and then you got to look at Alexander Steen too.
Everyone on this list will eventually be in. Yeah. But I think this is something where they're going to be able to drum up support for it every year because there's enough recent players that some years one of them will get in, some years one of them won't.
I bet you if I'm Alexander Steen, I'm probably like, I don't even want to be inducted.
I would want to wait. Let me win a couple cups as the GM first.
I got work to
as
do.
A player though. He can be inducted, and then he can be inducted again as a GM.
You put him in eventually. That when he's in the Jeep.
I'm already putting him in. I'm already putting him in the hall as a GM.
4 is right here. Without Mike Shanahan, this list is for the Saskatoon Blues.
There it is.
Great point.
No. I mean, no. Saskatoon. Could you imagine? Saskatoon? Good. That actually almost happened.
What year was that?
Think about that. 80.
I would vote
80-something, late 80s.
I'd vote Mike Shanahan.
Yeah, dude. You got to throw him in. Good call on that, dude.
Adam Oates.
Yeah, I mean, he took over and got us all into it. Got us kids my age, and now we start playing.
I can't pick between some of these guys, man.
Man, Jax, I'm just telling you. Like, how many games did he play? A ton. Oh, this is really difficult. I don't know too much about Pedersen. I got to look at
Hitchcock.
Hitch, too.
I like Hitchcock.
I'm putting in Mike Shanahan, Adam Oates, and Ken Hitchcock. The guy who saved the Blues, the guy who saved the Blues, and the guy who saved the Blues. Literally saved the Blues. Saved the Blues from Saskatoon, made the Blues popular alongside with Hull and Oates, and then rescued the Blues after the down years post lockout.
And turned it around.
The 3 guys who saved the St. Louis Blues.
Wow. That's a damn good call.
I might have to defer because you made a pretty compelling argument.
Did Ken Hitchcock coach more games and have more wins than Joel Quenneville here?
Probably.
I bet you Quenneville's not going to get in yet.
Quenneville wasn't.
I would say they're going to wait a little while with him. I would say maybe.
So, they've got a lot of great choices, so it's not like it's ignoring him. It's just there's probably a lot of other.
Ken Hitchcock coached 413 games for the Blues. Joel Quenneville coached 593.
Okay. I wasn't really around.
Ken Hitchcock's point percentage 650. Joel Quenneville's 598. They both have a Jack Adams.
Hitchcock.
There's a lot of good
Hitchcock
people
beat the Blackhawks in a playoff series. Am I remembering that correctly?
Yeah, but they also didn't go far.
16.
They lost in the conference final to San Jose one year.
Yep.
So he had a ton of success, man. And that team had 109 points every year.
At the time, beating the Blackhawks in that series was the whole thing.
Yeah.
That was awesome. That was my first year covering the Blues. So I came in and I was like, this is easy. These guys just win all the time.
Yeah, no doubt.
It was also my first year covering the Cardinals, and they haven't won since.
Yep.
Like that was the beginning of the end in 2016.
This is a tough one, man. It really is. But I like what Rock said.
He's right.
I think Rock is right.
I would go Ken Hitchcock as well. Yeah. And you've got time for these younger guys to come and enjoy it as well.
So you said Oatsy and Shanahan, not Brenden.
Yeah, Mike Shanahan, Adam Oates, and Ken Hitchcock.
That makes sense. I'm good with that. And they're older too. And then Jax is going to get it eventually.
That's what I'm saying.
Osh is going to get it. Osh took over, man. Osh helped save the team too. Actually,
true. You're right.
Like, to be honest
he was
with you,
the player side of Hitchcock. Yeah.
Just to be honest with you, Osh, when he came in the league, and I was here, and I saw that kid walk in the locker room, and his face was all red, and he's just like, I just got out of college. And he goes out there with his hair flowing in the wind. And
you have white skates?
No.
That was Perron.
That was David Perron. But 05 year, they were so bad. 06, they were so bad. And there was different things, drama going on with the ownership group and this, that, and the other. And then all these young kids came in the scene with Bergie and EJ and Petro and Osh. And I've never seen the crowd. I played a long time, man. I've never seen someone so popular. Osh was out of control popular with girls, with kids, with everything.
Yeah.
Everybody, they named their dog Oshi. Oshi. I would go to autograph sessions with Osh, and we would be at Walmart in South County, and we'd roll up, and there would be a line a mile long, and it would be 60% women for him. And I was just there to hang out, baby. What's up? Following him to his car. Holy cow. I don't know, man. He's going to get in there, and he's an awesome dude.
Of the names I know, I won't pretend like I know every single name on the list. Of the names I've heard of, none of them strike me as not Hall of Famer for the Blues. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I know.
Like
Turgey, too. He scored a big-time goal and was great here. So that's interesting, man. I like to hear what you guys have to say about it. Cam, the team was so bad in 2006-07. They gave away unlimited free food.
The Cards should do the same.
Did they really? See, I was with the Devils then.
Yeah.
I remember playing my first game here with the Devils. I remember playing. It was about 13,000 people there. And half of them were my buddies and people from Eureka at the time. You know?
That's probably true.
Yeah, I almost scored too. It was crazy. But I was like, whoa, this ain't good. This ain't good.
Yeah.
And then it all turned around, man. They got all these picks, man. And these kids turned out to be pretty damn good players and marketable. Come grow with us. They had us doing everything. Go here, do this at this place. Boom, boom, boom. Golf tournaments everywhere. Then I would have all my people from being from here grabbing me in different directions. So we nonstop, just like a media tour. We would go in a van packed full of booze and coolers. Me, Jan Stasi, Bobby Plager, and a couple other guys. And we'd go to town.
Yeah.
Like little towns across Missouri and hang out and party all night. It was awesome.
I feel like it worked, though. I feel
it
like
did. They packed the house. They did. Now,
Yeah.
see, the tickets were cheaper and stuff like that, but they packed the house. It was crazy. It was a good time to be a part of it, man. But I really would have been nice to be part of that Hitch group too, winning all those games.
Yeah,
and
that would've
stuff
been
like
fun.
that. But it'd really be nice to be part of the 2019 group
Would have
too.
been fun.
Yeah, I'd
Would've
like to
been
have a ring.
Cool.
No doubt about
See,
it.
when this conversation started and I hadn't looked up the list yet of the names you can vote on for the Blues Hall of Fame, I was going to like jokingly, not jokingly go, Cam, are you gonna make the Hall of Fame? And then I saw the list and I was
I
like,
got work to do.
I was like, oh,
I got work to do. I'm gonna have to do something.
What are you gonna do that's gonna be
Like
so
just always be down there.
Yeah.
Always be involved.
Yeah.
Always be involved with the alumni and probably save like a girl from drowning in a icy river or something like that.
Yeah.
I got tagged something else on.
Right.
You know what I mean? No, I was
Maybe
I was the first one ever to play for the Blues from St. Louis. So that I get a little bit
help,
a little bit.
Right.
I got to save a young girl
Maybe
from a
like
drowning river.
No, I think in like 50 years of
There it
service
is.
to the organization,
I
you're
gotta
like,
I got to put
damn,
time in.
Cam Janssen is old. Did you know he's from here? All right. There's going to be like a veterans committee that's like, we need to add, the fans don't know who he is anymore, but we need to add
I got work
an
to
old
do.
guy. That's you.
Work to do. Now Chaser's going to be on that list too, man. Like he's got his footprint all
No doubt.
over the place.
They've
here.
got a lot of great candidates. It's not, and I don't want to be mean to like the Cardinal guys that are on the list nowadays, but you look at the list, you go, oh yeah, those are some good, but it's not like this Blues list because they're just getting started with theirs. And it's
Yeah.
like, they've got a
when
lot
the Cardinals
of people.
started.
Theirs has been going for a while, and it was a great idea because and you got
great
the red,
idea.
you got the red jackets and
Yes.
everything. It, I mean, it's obvious that it was a hit. 2014, so they've been doing theirs over 10 years at this point, to where like all the clearly obvious ones have kind of gone in for the most part. I'm talking about like current players and stuff. Like Al Urbanski just going in is like that. Yes, that should have happened, and it's great that it did. But now you're going to have, I don't know how many years they make them wait, but Yachty and Waino and Albert, and like that's all going to be. They're going to have to change the rules for those guys.
Is Jimmy in there yet?
Edmonds is in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Freeze turned it down.
He turned it down.
Which I don't. Just go, baby.
I think I'm okay with that.
Go, baby.
Knowing what he's gone through, at that point, you kind of just get to go, you know what, for me, this is what feels right. And so I think, was there a better way to handle it? Sure. I'm not in the guy's shoes, so I couldn't possibly.
He's an awesome
And you know what? He comes around. He was there at spring training.
Yep.
He wants to be involved. He didn't feel comfortable, in my opinion, with being, showered with that praise for a moment in time rather than a career, right?
I get that.
But and also that was a tough time for his life personally too. So
Totally.
it has to feel weird when you feel like, hey, I'm in such a great place personally. They all want to connect me to this one thing that was wonderful, but it was also during a time that was tough.
But I will say
so
this.
that's complicated. People are complicated.
If the Blues go on another run, and maybe there's a kid on the team that got a little jammed up here and there, got out a little bit, rehabbed, figured it out, didn't put up a lot of points, but he scored some monster goals, like Patty eventually. Was he here long?
Pat Maroon will be in
a freaking Hall of Fame. I forgot
Fame.
about that. Think about it. Now, he didn't get in trouble or anything, but he went through some ups and downs with different organizations and didn't make teams, and he was a lost puppy dog for a while.
Were you talking about yourself for a while, or what were you?
I know. No. He was
What's the point of this?
No, I'm just saying.
Before you got on to Patty, what was your
David Freese?
Yeah.
Tiny moment in time.
Yeah.
But huge impact.
Yeah.
I'm looking at a guy. These guys played pretty long with the Blues. Most of them did, right? But I'm looking at that like if somebody went into playoffs and scored a couple monster goals, that I would want him to be inducted, even though he didn't have a long career with the fans. Does that make sense?
The fans clearly wanted him, and the fans will clearly want Pat Maroon. You almost can't put him on this list yet because there will be other people that are more deserving to go in first. That it's like, fans, don't lose sight. We gotta get these guys in. And Maroon is just such a fan favorite for all the reasons that you named.
Biggest goal in Blues history.
Bold prediction, if enough time passes, David Freese will accept in the Hall of Fame one day, I bet.
I hope so.
You know what I mean? Because in that will feel much more appropriate. You get 10, 20, 30 years down the road, and like that's a long time. Earth may not even be here anymore.
We might get hit by a gosh dang asteroid
meteor,
again.
Okay?
It's happened before multiple times, just so all y'all know.
I just feel like, and I don't know David Freese personally, I just feel like that's one of those things where time passes and you can look back and go, that was a really cool thing that I did. And I am ready for people to say, hey, that was a really cool thing that you did. But to his credit,
a real cool thing.
It was the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. Okay. It's the coolest sports moment I've ever witnessed, and I was the biggest Cardinal fan back then.
That was unbelievable.
So, nothing will ever.
Sorry, I mean you're a Hall of Famer. You're a Cardinals Hall of Famer. Whether you like it or not, you are, baby.
Nothing will ever.
How old were you in 2011? Big Ryan.
Oh, that's right. You might have been younger.
Like 8.
Okay.
Were you in? Did you know what was going on?
Yeah,
really?
I remember all that, like the rally squirrel too. I remember all that stuff.
Oh my! There was a lot of little things that went down. It's crazy.
I remember all that stuff.
I'm still waiting for that Mizzou natty, and it's coming. But
do you think so? In your lifetime?
Yeah. They'll win a national championship.
In your lifetime,
probably in both sports, actually. But yeah.
I said, didn't we just say that?
Basketball, I think, is going to be easier to do than football.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that March Madness.
Anybody could.
It can happen,
hot, baby. You get hot. You got a good system. You go. You stay healthy. You think you're going to see a Mizzou national championship in your lifetime?
I don't even think we're going to see a Mizzou SEC championship.
It might be easier to win an Natty. It might
be. Hear that.
It might be easier to win a Natty than to win an SEC because now, especially Mizzou got there twice in 13-14, but now you have to be 7-1 minimum. It feels like to think you're going to have a real chance to get in. It's just more difficult with adding Oklahoma and Texas to the conference. Like Texas is going to be in the mix every year. Georgia is, Alabama is. Mizzou will probably win an SEC championship in my lifetime. I feel much more comfortable saying they'll win a national championship because easier to get into that tournament. And then you just got to get hot, baby.
You got to get hot, baby.
But my point with bringing that up was I was a senior in high school when the Cardinals won a World Series. That was a great time to be having the Cardinals win a World Series. You know, you're in high school. Like, that was cool. I can appreciate that happened at a good time for me.
Yeah, dude, that was incredible. Sometimes I sit down on YouTube and I go back and just watch highlights, and I'm looking. Everybody's like dressed up. They're freezing cold. People are going nuts. There's not. I mean, when Busch Stadium's packed and everybody's wearing red, like it looks badass.
Yeah, it does.
Crowd's going crazy. You know, it's depressing. It's depressing.
I regret not going. I didn't go to a World Series game. I might have been to a playoff game in 11, but maybe I didn't. The next few years I did because I was off in college and I felt like I had more agency over what I was doing. I drive back, but I don't think I went to a playoff game in 11, but I was obviously pretty locked in, and I will never make that mistake again. Events
you got to go
for me. And it's like, it was just very passive. I was like, oh man, I can't wait for the game. Didn't always occur to me to like go buy a ticket and go, you know, I don't know why it just didn't, but that will never happen again. And I will be like, and like we went to a ton when I was a younger kid. My dad was always taking us to playoff games and stuff. Me especially.
Why did it take so long to get Auerbach in?
Hall of Fame?
The Cardinals.
I don't know.
And the guy's been around. I mean,
yeah, I think it's more about just the totality of his service more than like specifically as a player, his stats. Now he's been on the TV broadcast crew and done all that.
Bars downtown that I partied at.
And he's also like out in the community.
Always.
Everybody
Golf tournaments.
has a story about meeting Al and having a wonderful experience. It's that ambassador aspect of it that I really, which is why I say that's your way. You got to.
I got work to
from
do.
50 years.
Son of
now,
a gun! I'm gonna have to save somebody's life
and be nice to people.
It's gonna have to be a Blues fan, and it's gonna be have to be like somewhere in the rink somewhere. Maybe somebody's about to fall off of something.
Yeah.
I catch him. I don't know.
Something
Something crazy. I gotta be like Batman or something.
I like how he jumps to like, I have to get this quick. It's got to be like a one-time event rather than I have to work for 30 years.
It's not like a bunch of small things that I'm gonna do. No, I gotta do something like Superman.
I talk about the small things that added up.
I gotta have a gimmick.
What's my?
I gotta save a cat
I
off
gotta
the
have
tree or
30
something.
years of just working, grinding it for him, and then save somebody's life.
Oh, that's funny.
Did Adam Oates play enough games to make it? Actually, that's a good question. And two, remember Oatesy? He opted out of his contract, pissed a lot of people off, left, right? Like there was a lot of drama with him too.
He was only here for 2.5 years.
And he dominated with Brett Hall. And that's how we all got into it.
I will
baby.
amend. Yeah, I will amend it.
it.
I will amend Rockio's list, and I would probably take him
Rock's
off.
pretty smart about that kind of stuff.
He is. I'm going to take off
pretty damn
Oates because
smart.
there's so many other good ones that I'm not saying Oates is not deserving. He wouldn't be. I wouldn't vote for him this year with all those names on there. I didn't know he was only here for 2 years.
Yeah.
2.5
Let's
years.
see here. Cam, the team was so bad. Okay, got that already. Sit down, Cam. Shield literally did nothing here. Did he even score 20 goals in any season here? Shield? Gino, settle down and learn how to type. I know you've been listening to me for the last 10 years, and I love your son because he's a badass. He's a badass. But settle down and type correctly so I can figure out what the hell you're saying.
That's not a nickname for Adam Oates in some capacity.
Oh, maybe it's a nickname.
I don't know.
No.
Is that what they call him? I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I wasn't here.
Shield.
I wasn't even alive. Hadn't been born. So I'm recused. But
okay, here he is now. He did it again. Okay, sit down, Cam. Okay, I am. TJ did nothing while he was here.
Oshie.
Did he ever score 20 goals in a season? Maybe once, but being your friend doesn't make him a
That's a good line.
That was a good one. I take back what I said.
Good.
You did better on that one. No, man, he brought fans in, dude, and he was extremely popular. You still see Oshie jerseys everywhere. He came on the scene hot, and he was a damn good player. Damn good. I think
he was typing Oshie, autocorrect to Shield.
Yeah, just Shield.
And you can see that.
I'm like, is that a nickname that I know? I'm not privy
if
of.
you miss the O when typing, the rest of it is just the first half of the word Shield. So I can kind of understand how that would happen.
Cam, all you have to do is just become a coach. Oh, that's easy. Big talk, Cam. That would include actual leaving St. Albans. That's who's who.
Yeah,
I'm here, aren't I?
He is here in Kirkwood.
I'm here in Kirkwood. Let's see here. Let's see. You'll get in, big dog. Oh, thank you, Science.
What year will you get in?
Science, unfortunately, I love you, but you probably won't be around.
I was going to say, we got to make sure you're around. Less of the beef sticks.
That's right. No,
more of the water.
Oh, I drink.
Okay.
I'm the one that, like, we might go bankrupt because of all the water I
you
drink
and
in
me
here.
both.
I mean,
I came in here
take
one
all
time.
Dave Green's water.
I came in here one time, and Joe is going, "Hey, we're making a store run for the fridge. What would you like?" I said, "Some water."
Water.
There's no water in here.
Water.
I can't talk without the water.
Gotta have water, baby. I need to be
lost my mind a
hydrated.
little
Damn
bit.
it.
I be killing the chips, man.
Now I know.
Right? It's like, all right, this is not a health story for me.
You tried to bring me in an orange today, and I said no, and then I got the
do that. Did you put this here for me?
I got the Doritos.
I have to admit, last couple times, if I see an orange, I'm like, oh, somebody left their orange. It doesn't occur to me that you were giving me a gift.
Yeah, that's a gift.
If I could open them, I'd eat it.
It's a treat.
It is a little treat.
Oh, man.
Matt, by the way, this was a little bit ago, but Matthew said, Brenden, haven't noticed you doing many YouTube lives after Cardinals games anymore.
Yeah, I've been looking for those.
So with STL Sports Central, for one, sometimes I'm doing day shows that week. Sometimes it's night. This week, I had a fantasy draft last night. I had some stuff. So I'm not always on the post game every time. I did one earlier this week. I believe I did that one with Steph and Carey, but I'm not always on there. My own personal YouTube channel, I haven't really done those this year at live streams, because I'm doing the ones for STL Sports Central.
You're a busy
so
guy.
I'm busy.
And what are you going to talk about?
I have my own. I have my B-Schaef Daily. I haven't done that as much recently because I have so much going on this month. Sorry, I dropped the orange.
Yeah, don't do that. That's your treat.
So I have to get kind of back into the rhythm of doing my daily podcast.
Little cutie.
But would you want to talk about the Cardinals 3 times a day?
No,
I don't think so. Not right now.
Especially when Jim's in here, I'm uncomfortable.
I'm usually happy to do it. Right now, it's hard because
I didn't like talking about the Blues when they were really bad.
You don't want to be negative. That's the thing that I think players and coaches and managers, like when they hear something or see something, they're probably like, "Oh my gosh, this guy, what a jerk!" Like talking crap about we're working our asses off. But it's also like we have to fill 2 hours of a Cardinals radio show sometimes, and it's like what you can't just pump sunshine every time. You have to kind of talk about what's going on. You don't have to act
no one's going to take you seriously.
The sky isn't falling. Like we don't have to act like this is life or death. But the Cardinals aren't going to make the playoffs this year. But you have to kind of talk about that in a way that people want to hear it discussed as well. And you have to kind of toe that line, which can be tough sometimes.
Welcome back, boys. Tuning back in after a hiatus. Miss Cam on the air. Retire 55. Matt from Tower Grove. What's up, baby? What's up?
Shout out Tower Grove.
What's up? You could talk. What?
I was just kind of doing a little radio thing of, do we need to break? Actually, I should have done this.
Yes.
I thought we usually do about
break.
Cut to break.
Yeah, you want to go to break? We're going to regroup. Don't go anywhere. What's up?
We got Johnny working on some stuff right now.
Oh, really?
We're not going to cut to break.
Not
we will be here.
I'm not pissing him off.
We're never leaving.
Johnny Lomax.
What's
that
that?
guy he gets things done.
Yeah, he does.
And all these commercials that you hear, he could change his voice and stuff. He's actually very talented.
Yeah.
Why did you say actually as though we didn't
I don't know why
him to be
I said
talented?
that. You're right. I don't know why I said that. My bad, Johnny. I love you. I know he's listening.
I like that I can kind of pick at that a little bit.
How's Chaser doing, by the way? He seems to be getting better. Yeah, I mean, he's tough, man. Like that guy, I told you, I don't know how he was able to put on that event last year where I scored 4 goals. And
my God, you're a goal scorer these days.
Man, I remember
where was that in the league?
That was, well, I don't I'm good now. But yeah, Chaser, man, even putting that event on, I think that was like 3 or 4 months ago. I saw him. I told you a story where we're doing the auction and he comes in and he is not looking good. And everybody's there and we're waiting and he's rolling in, and he falls right on his face. And I run over there, I go, dude. And he goes, get the hell off me. I'm good. I'm tough, gets up, does the auction, raise a ton of money. I don't know. He had to go back to the hospital, get treatment, come all the way back, entertain people, do this, do that. And he put this thing together and raised so much money.
They call it a fight. It's a battle.
It's unbelievable.
He's a fighter, dude.
But I did see pictures of him in Gazer Ranch in Idaho, which is beautiful. That's where that's where the wealthy guys go.
You been to Idaho?
No, but I want to.
Actually,
it's beautiful.
I'm not actuallying like you did with Johnny Lomax, but actually go to Idaho.
I will.
Awesome.
I want to see Wyoming. I want to see the Grand Tetons. Idaho's beautiful. I saw him golfing with Gretzky and all those guys up there. So if he's cruising around golfing, I'm guessing he's doing a lot better. You want to go to break now, Big Ryan? All right, that's what we're going to do. Get him in. 314-590-3770. We're live on YouTube. Go to Lou Info on YouTube. Waving at you right now. Like and subscribe.
I'm eating my treat.
Comment all you want. I don't give a damn. We'll be back. Hot Take Central 2.0.
Hot Take Central 2.0.
Now, as you sports fans know,
it's really getting out of hand, man. It's going way out of control.
With Cam Janssen.
I'm going to lead you down the path that rocks.
And Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
You're a legend in the city, living by day instead of night.
Weekday mornings from 8 to 10.
Hell yeah.
Only on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com. Hot Take Central 2.0.
This whole situation is getting out of control.
The future of driving is here, and it's electric. Experience your own all-new Audi Q6 e-tron, found at the crossroads of luxury and cutting-edge performance. Now at Audi Kirkwood, drive one home with 0.99% financing for 72 months. Efficiency, power, style, all in one extraordinary SUV. And with the $7,500 EV tax credit going away, get yours now while you can still save big. Visit Audi Kirkwood on Manchester Road or shop online at audikirkwood.com.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. 222-2222.
This is your LouInfo.com news update. I-64 was closed for a time on Wednesday as fire crews battled a blaze at an abandoned warehouse. The fire consumed the second floor and roof of the warehouse at the intersection of South Vandeventer and Market Street. The National Park Service has plans to turn off lights on the arch for the month of September to protect wildlife. The agency said 40% of the nation's waterfowl use the Mississippi River corridor during spring and fall migration, and dark skies help the birds. The arch will light up again on October 1st. FEMA denied the city of St. Louis request for extending the deadline for individual assistance for those impacted by the May 16th tornado. Mayor Kara Spencer expressed disappointment with that rejected request. Well, Nordstrom has officially closed its Richmond Heights location. That was Sunday after more than 20 years. The Galleria will have a new Dick's House of Sport in the Nordstrom space soon. Anchor stores remaining include Dillard's and Macy's. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, louinfo.com weather, presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports, anytime, anywhere.
Yeah, we're back, baby. No music, doesn't matter. We're going to get the YouTube popped up here. Just a couple little technical difficulties. No big deal. I'm going to blame it on...
It was my treat.
Who do I blame this on?
I can take credit for it. My orange treat
What'd
got
you do?
all over the
It got
soundboard.
everywhere, spilling everything all over the place.
I was eating my treat, but Cam did get me the treat, so it is kind of his fault.
Somebody chimes in and goes, you can't be a Brad and Chip and piss on the fan's leg, but then tell them it's raining. They are a joke in the booth.
That's not nice.
Do you think people think that way?
I think the angries do.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they too like, hey?
No, I mean,
when it's things are bad.
It's why we give Jim trouble about being a rights holder, but you have to. You're the home broadcast. You know what I mean? You have to kind of.
Here's your louinfo.com weather update.
Oh boy!
Just put it down.
Look at
just
Schaef.
put it down.
Schaef knows what's up. Schaef knows
now
what's
nobody's
up.
hearing it. That's all
Schaef
you do.
knows. Can you guys hear us okay on YouTube? Just
they
chime. Okay,
they can hear.
All right. Well, that's cool. Then we're all good, baby.
Yeah, and that happened. I think yesterday too.
It's been Schaef knows what's up.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's just one button away from
if you're
being
broadcasting
right.
the team's games, you're not going to be like, these guys suck. And then what happens? You go into the clubhouse and you go, why'd you say I suck? You know, it's worse than that. My mom said you said I suck. Why'd you say that? They're not going to. You have to be realistic.
But there's still a balance too, and you gotta be real as well. So there's a balance to it.
There is.
Don't be Baltimore, where remember the guy says something like, "Yeah, they lost to Toronto for the past." Whatever it was, just gave a stat out.
Yeah,
and they reprimanded him. Remember that?
Well, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
You can't do that. You're crazy.
But
how's Jackson Holiday doing?
I don't know. Probably okay. He's been okay this year.
I saw a post. Somebody said he's not doing good or something
well,
like that.
He's not been doing great.
Okay.
That's
what it is.
All right. I won't be a rights holder for you. He's struggling.
Okay.
but it's better than last year, is what I'll say.
So he's
batting average 240, which is probably about league average, but not quite enough drawing his walks and taking his home run swings to
a lot of strikeouts
to get there. Yeah, no, not. I mean, 120 is not a lot in
average.
It's probably even better than average, but he's not walking a ton. His on base is only 302. His slugging is 375. So you're 677 OPS. That's 11% below league average, but it's like kind of around Mason Wynn, honestly, this year offensively. It's not all that dissimilar.
Yeah, but he's making plays.
Well, he's the best shortstop in the league.
What's Jackson play?
Second base, I think.
Really?
Yeah, second, maybe.
I wish I could see him more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maroon was here for 2 years and probably should have been scratched in over half the games he played in.
I don't
that
care.
Cup year. We are putting him in for one goal. That's fine, I guess. Shake my damn head, Gino.
It was a pretty cool.
Always
goal.
positive, Gino.
It was a pretty damn cool goal.
He's on his boat too. He's on his boat fishing, listening to us, chiming in, happy life, and he's always angry.
I lived in Texas at the time. And so that Dallas series, I was covering those games in Dallas, but that one was in St. Louis, right? Game 7 was against Dallas, was in St. Louis.
Yes, yeah.
And so I wasn't at that one. I was watching it like on probably like an illegal stream in my 500 square foot apartment in Texas on my computer. And it was late. You know, the game got over late at night to where however many overtimes my wife comes out and I'm like huddled around my computer and she's like kind of gets into it for a few minutes. And she's like, so what happens? I'm like, we wait till somebody scores. And she's like,
nerve-wracking.
She's like, that could go on forever. Why are you so like tense? I'm like, yeah, because it's over. We don't know the moment that it could end. And she's like, oh, Yeah, I'm going
Isn't
back
that the
to
most
bed.
nerve-wracking?
And so I watched it by myself, but it was freaking
overtime
cool.
playoff hockey, man.
There's
when you're
nothing
supporting
like it.
You can't it's hard to watch because you're
It is
so
hard to watch.
nerve-wracked.
Can I tell you? I
horrible.
watched the last game that was played that we shouldn't ever talk about again. But
oh god,
I watched it we were in the bar of the bowling alley because we were doing a bowling tournament that day, and like my family basically was the people left in the bar. Everybody else had gone home. I was in like a back booth, like in the fetal position. I was covering my ears because I didn't want to hear what anybody around me was going to say if it went bad or if it went good. I was obviously going to start celebrating. If it went bad, I didn't want to hear somebody go, "Oh, better luck now." I just didn't want to hear it.
Yeah.
So I was literally covering my ears just in case it ended. And and then it did.
I had Channel 2 at the house. What God, I forgot. Good dude, man. They were recording me and interviewing me, thinking that
you told me about this.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden they score a couple goals, and all of a sudden they go into overtime. Like, oh,
I'm still not
it's
ready.
over.
I'm still not ready to think about really like the current hockey team because of it. But it'll be.
They're going to be pretty damn good.
They're going to be really good, and then I'm going to get over it because there's more to
There's
come.
a couple question marks with the St. Louis Blues. That's going to be Snuggerud, in my opinion. Is he a top 6 guy? He looked pretty damn good last year for a little stretch that he played.
Yeah.
But you're penciling him in top 2 lines. Like we'll see what he can do. Can he keep up for 82 games? We'll see what this Logan Mailloux kid's all about. Traded for Zachary Bolduc, who was an established player at that point. So if he comes in and takes the reins and takes over, like they're going to be pretty damn solid, especially on the back end too. You got 2 best goalies in the league. I don't know, man.
Another year of the coach's system, who I think is a really good coach.
That's a monster thing.
I think they're
dude.
going to be pretty.
That's
damn
a
good.
monster thing to think about. You always don't need to talk about how great the pitcher's spin rate was and how hard to hit off the damn Cardinals bat, and they were just unlucky when they lose 10-1. I butchered that, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I think we all heard. What
butchered that.
The genesis
Jeez,
of the text was, the hard hit ball thing. Like, it does matter that you hit the ball hard. Like, over the course of time, you want to know if you're hitting the ball hard, because if you're not, you're probably not in that league. That being said, I understand when it's kind of used as a crutch to go, hey, it wasn't so bad. Then fans are like, the whole season is bad, though. So can we talk about that? I get it. I get that part of it.
Did you see the Barstool video where a guy asked Pat Maroon what state is the fattest state? And Pat Maroon answers Seattle. Oh,
the fattest state?
And Washington's probably not the fattest state. I would say it's probably Alabama or Mississippi.
Okay, you don't have to.
I'm just saying.
Nobody was asking
What do you mean the fattest, like with the most
obese?
Oh, Texas.
I don't know about that.
Just because
can we look this up now?
Big.
I bet you it's Mississippi.
I just don't like the conversation.
I'm
It's
just
not
telling
nice.
you. We got a problem.
Nice to people?
We got a problem.
Hey, it's
We're
West
obese.
Virginia.
I'm obese.
So
West Virginia. Okay.
Well,
West Virginia.
Yeah.
That's what Google
West
says.
Virginia. What else? What's the top? Yeah. It's
not
not going to
doing
be
the top.
Colorado because everybody's outside doing stuff. It's not going to be California. You know what I mean? It's going to be one of those poor states.
Oh yeah, it could be Mississippi or Alabama.
Mississippi's on the list.
Told you, dude. Get on.
Because now I think about it, Texas is a big state, so it has a bunch of other cities.
And there's a lot of ranchers.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah, they're
movement.
riding. They're riding like horses around all
yeah,
day and
they're
stuff.
killing
See, I'm thinking-
boars.
No offense, I'm thinking about just straight San Antonio.
Yeah, I haven't been there.
Here, this is a nice
Oh
conversation.
yeah, from Charles Barkley.
Yeah,
Galveston.
That's what
Galveston.
you're saying. The big old women down in San Antonio.
No, it was
wearing
Galveston.
them bloomers.
No, he was hating on Galveston
Yeah,
specifically.
he did that too because the water's dirty.
But here, and then he like tried to apologize and doubled down. Couldn't actually get the apology out. This will be a nice conversation. What is the lowest obesity state?
I would say Vermont, New Hampshire.
Vermont is on the list.
I would say Colorado.
Colorado is number 1. Lowest
Man,
obesity.
what's up,
the rate
man?
is still 24.6%. So
That's
we all
why I don't,
maybe need to do
I don't
better,
really
but
lose at trivia, to be honest with you. I kind of don't.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Sometimes the game is rigged in your favor.
No,
whatever.
What? Okay, whoa. Last year, no, 2 years ago it was with Cole. Rockio don't play. He don't play. Ask the fans. Let me know.
If I really wanted to dig in, the one time I played against you, I would have had a little bit of a gripe about something, but I didn't.
That's fine. No, that's fine.
I let
I
it
ain't
go.
going to answer other people's questions for them. That's how good I am.
I did that to you and earned a point for it, but who's
I gave you that one. Me being around.
You're starting to sound like Iggy a little bit. I gave you. I was just joking, buddy. It's all good.
He might not be angry. Cam just reads the text angrily.
I've been sorry.
That's fair.
When is Liam Doyle going to start pitching? He was
Okay.
drafted in July. It's almost September, and he's
Okay.
yet to throw a damn pitch.
Okay, fair enough.
What's the deal with him?
All right, let me ask you a question. I'll answer your question with a question. Go back and look. Quinn Matthews, current top pitching prospect for the Cardinals.
Yes.
He was drafted in what year? 2023 out of Stanford. How many innings, minor league innings, did Quinn Matthews pitch after being drafted in July by the Cardinals that summer? Do you have a guess? Trivia question. How many innings?
See, this is not my kind of trivia.
Zero. This is why I don't listen to trivia.
What? How many?
Zero.
He didn't.
Yeah, I would have answered that. If there was multiple choice, I would have got that bad boy. Because it was the 83, I'd be like, no, that's not it. It's got to be something. It's zero.
Whatever C was.
Okay, so that was a 4th round pick. He was a 4th rounder, but he had thrown a lot of innings because his team went deep in the college playoffs that year, the College World Series. And so the Cardinals just didn't pitch him in that season in the minors when they drafted him. Paul Skeens. How many innings did Paul Skeens throw? I think it was the same year, 2023. He was drafted out of LSU. In the Pirates organization, how many innings did he throw in the minors that
Zero?
year? Not zero. That was I was trying to trick you this time. It was 6.2.
Yeah, I was going to say. He went down there long.
Didn't he go far in the College World Series too?
He did.
Yeah.
Because his girl's like, I don't want to date you if you're playing in the minors, baby.
Yeah.
You better get your ass called up and make that money.
Even Paul Skeens pitched 6 innings the year he was drafted professionally. Quinn Matthews, current Cardinal prospect, pitched 0. So I'm not saying that there's not like a conspiracy of a Liam Doyle injury. I don't know of one. I'm just sharing that it wouldn't be abnormal for him to not pitch because it's exactly what happened with Quinn Matthews. They just said, damn, you pitched a lot in the college playoffs. Take it, rest your arm. It very well could be that. I'm not telling you it's that. There could be a
But he's telling you it's that.
It would be nice. It would be nice to have it, said that, hey, Liam Doyle's fine. He's just not going to show up. But I don't know if who you going to ask that to Mo? I guess I could ask it to Mo but it's just one of those, maybe I will. It's just one of those things where it's not a conspiracy just based on the fact that he hasn't pitched.
I see what you're saying.
But that also doesn't mean he's not hurt. We just don't know. We haven't heard. I don't know if anyone's really been asked about it or talked about it. It wouldn't be a question for Ollie, the people that the writers see day to day.
Yeah.
Because he probably has no idea.
Yeah.
But
he's like, I don't know. I got my own things I got to worry about. I'm not dealing with the minor leagues.
I hope that makes sense. I'm not trying to tell you.
Time would know.
Yeah, well, we don't talk to him either.
No, he doesn't talk to anybody. Except for Jimmy one time.
Next year, though, it's coming. It's coming very, very soon.
Hey, if there was one guy in the MLB besides Shohei that you could pick up, one guy, who is it?
To have on your
this here St. Louis Cardinals team. One guy. Can you let them in, please? Hi, we'll let you in. Hi. One guy. One.
Probably Skeens.
I was gonna say, baby. Baby.
And I get it. It would be great to have.
You mean Livy? I mean Skeens. Yeah.
It'd be great. That's not the reason.
Package deal. It's a package deal.
Not the reason I picked
We need a Taylor Swift here. She could be it.
We've got one. Missouri's football team is. I'm sorry.
No,
I wasn't trying to
get them. Text line. Get them. Text line.
I'm a Battlehawks fan. Good call.
Are they still playing?
Yeah, I think so. Yes. Cam.
I'm just asking.
Actually, they are. The deal is you get a bat. He plays every day, but the Cardinals need that type.
They need a monster.
They need a monster pitcher. So I'd probably go Skeens, even though he only gets to play every 5th day. That would really set the tone.
Who would you go with?
You wouldn't be down 5-0.
Who would you go with? One MLB player, not Shohei.
Yeah, not
Who's
Shohei.
it going to be?
I was going to say Skeens too. So how about you know what? Aaron Judge.
I was going to say. I mean, you got the bopper now.
I wouldn't pick a guy whose whole thing is predicated on homers.
I do Bryce Harper.
The problem is with the guy who
I'd love to watch him.
It would be fun, but the guy whose whole thing is homers now plays his home games at Busch Stadium. Guess what? He doesn't hit anymore. Homers.
Yeah.
I don't know the number. I heard it on another station recently where they were talking about Kyle Schwarber, and he's got 49 homers or whatever. And if it were all at Busch Stadium, it would be 34. It would be still pretty good, but not even close to being league leader in homers. And that would probably be true about just about anybody because the ball doesn't fly here, and it's a deeper ballpark.
What about that?
It's a bad combo.
What about
for
that
homers.
catcher from
Cal Raleigh? Cal Raleigh, that would be a good one.
Yeah. He's getting a lot of attention.
And again, just talking about this year, I don't know what he's going to do, Cal Raleigh, next couple of years. If it's just this year, that honestly might be the answer.
Yeah.
Even over Skeens.
Well, we need another catcher.
Well, you're saying that sarcastically.
Yeah.
But they kind of do.
Yeah. You're right.
That
wasn't sarcastic.
I thought it was a little bit.
It was a little bit.
tongue in cheek because the joke is, well, the Cardinals have all these catchers. Contreras is a catcher. No, he's not. He plays first. Herrera is a catcher. No, he's not. He plays DH. So they have Pozo and they have Pages.
Yeah.
But Pozo is a fun story. I don't know if that's like going to last forever. And Pages, good defender. Not as good with the bat, not as consistent of a. Although, look at his numbers since like August 1st or so. Look at his August numbers. He's probably leading the team in a lot of stuff. He's been a lot better. But Raleigh is the best power hitter in the league.
How old is he?
And he's a catcher who I assume is like a good catcher. I'm going to guess 27, 28.
Yeah, okay.
He's off by a year. So,
but he just kind of, I never heard of him until like this year. He's getting a lot of attention.
Well, he's hitting bombs, man.
Smoking the ball.
He's always been a good, he kind of caught on for was it last year's playoffs or 2 years ago? There was like a big playoff moment for him. But he's been 30, 34 homers the last 2 years. Now he's 50.
Oh my God. What's he going to make? What's he going to, because he hasn't signed a big ticket yet, or has he?
Hasn't signed a big ticket, but he can't.
Oh, God.
Oh, he did. Never mind. He did sign.
What do you got?
6 years, $105 million.
That's a pretty good deal right there,
he
right?
signed it before this year.
Oh, man, dude. Oh, boy.
I mean,
105? How many 6 years?
He signed it.
$100 million off the table.
Signed. When did he sign the extension?
That's $100 million off the table.
I mean,
if it was 1 year
what
later.
He's doing this year at that position, he signed it March of this year.
Dang.
He signed it right before his career
Would he
year.
get a $200 million deal?
Yes.
I know. $100 million off the table.
Here's the other thing.
Holy cow.
He wouldn't have been eligible for free agency like we talked about for another year or two. And so basically it's like, do I want to risk it and take it all the way to free agency? Obviously now that would have been better. I don't know if how many years of service time he's got. But that's the thing with baseball, man. They control you for so long, and it's almost their leverage to get you to sign early. It's like, you have to wait a lot longer. It'd be a shame if you got hurt. He's only got 3 years of service time. He'll get 4 from this year, which means he would not have been able to sign this deal until after 2027. And so that's why sometimes you do it.
Sometimes you do it.
But if he would have known now that he could hit 50 bombs in 5 months,
does he look bigger this year?
He might have waited. You know what it is? I think he did start using the torpedo bat.
What?
We haven't heard a lot about the torpedo bat recently, but you remember in April when that was all we could talk about with the Yankees scored like 18 runs against the Brewers or whoever.
What's that all about? We only got a minute and a half.
It's not that interesting. It's a different shaped bat. It's got more meat on the barrel where the sweet spot is, and so it just made it.
Why wouldn't everybody use that?
That's a good question, but we haven't really talked about it as much in recent months. That was a big thing in April, though.
Whenever this guy I read in the paper.
Good grief.
He wanted to go only.
I see this guy.
Yeah, just run that down real quick. You got about a minute left.
Post-Dispatch, Zach Rogow. I don't know who this guy is, but so I thought that's weird. That's not a baseball writer in town that I know about. I guess he writes for the Post at this point, but I don't think he's a sports guy. The last sentence explains he's a writer, author, editor, or translator of more than 20 books or plays, and he lives in Berkeley, California. But he wrote a baseball article today for the paper of how to fix baseball.
How to fix baseball, this guy.
He wants to do 4
Doesn't even know how to throw a ball.
Well, maybe he does.
I bet he doesn't.
It says he's a big baseball fan.
I bet he doesn't.
He's a pretty big baseball fan, Cam.
Here's what he does. I'll give you the 4 real quick. I know we're running low on time. Reduce the number of outfielders to 2 instead of 3. Push back the outfield fences, less homers. Move the pitcher's mound back several feet to give the batters more time to know whether they want to swing. It's not fair right now. Shorten the game to 7 innings.
He says home runs aren't fun to watch.
Not sexy.
You agree with that?
I heard chicks dig the long ball.
They
That's
do.
what I heard.
If I'm reincarnated, I want to be a big bopper in MLB, baby. No doubt about it. Monster.
It's not where I thought you were going with that. All right.
I do. Hey, man, thanks for jumping in, Ryan. You're the man. That's Big Ryan right there. Thank you, guys. We love all you. We'll see you all tomorrow. MIZ, baby. We'll be breaking that game down. We'll see you tomorrow. This is Hot Take Central 2.0.
Let's talk about your health insurance. There are a lot of reasons why people